Just
You there?
for some reason, the internet has been cut off. I mean, I
Wow.
don't know. So, but anyway, I fixed already.
Okay.
So, let's continue with that one. I think we are up to the why we share. Go back to the share screen and
Yep.
back to the
Yeah.
So this is a this is a research has been shown and by I think by one of the teacher, and she did research. The best way to learn is use something called format model, and basically people need to understand what is a basically let's just say what is a funnel and what is a funnel about, and people need to understand the why and why they use a funnel, and then people need to understand how does the funnel works, and what if. So what if some questions they may have. So this is based on the research has been shown that can help the people and learn effectively. So all my PPT it has been based on the learning. So what are you gonna learn and why is important and how it's gonna work. Yeah, so that's a way people I guess that's a way I found out after I attend a lot of the seminar. I found out the most effective way to do it. So the reason why I explained to this is not teach you anything, but it is said okay. So the module has been created is layer by layer. Is there's a structure behind it. It's not just about shared content. The structure behind it is getting people to to fully I guess understood what is how they're gonna apply the strategy.
Yep.
So does it make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. So that basically I share about you because so you understand okay why it's not a good idea to maybe just skip the module 1 go to module 2. Well, it's not a good idea to skip lesson 1 because it's layer by layer as well.
Yep.
Yeah. So after module 1, you said you find something. So in the module 1, the first lesson, but there are only 3 parts. The first part is find your target audience. I want to know like who your target audience is. Have you worked out?
So, well, I've got 2 that I concentrate on, both homeowners in my area, so it's within a 5K radius of Norwood, I guess, of the office.
Yeah.
But I also I'm trying to target property investors as well. So
Okay.
yeah, because I've got a lot of development stock, and a lot of tenants, but I've got no buyers.
Okay, sure. So which one are you trying to get it the most? Are you trying to get it as a property investor, or are you trying to get a seller? Which one are you focused on?
So I've already got stuff for property sellers. So this time I'll probably do the investor,
Okay.
because I've got brand new houses with tenants in them.
Yeah.
That the developers kept, and yeah, we need to get rid of them. So.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And so, let's say property investor. I mean, if you go through the 25 questions I give to you to help you identify your target audience, have you worked out like who your target audience is? Who are they? What is it? Basically, there are 3 things you need to think about: is that demographic, geographic, and psychographic. So start with the demographic. Like, how old are they? Like, what kind of age?
So they're generally from 30 to 65.
Yeah.
And what seems to be.
What is the gender? Because most of the property investor male, most likely are male, or some of them are female. Depends on local area, by the way.
So yeah, it is, but it seems to be the people that are looking are female on all my stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So age, gender, and also what is so if they are property investor, and what is the income level? That's quite important as well. That's one of the factors. What is the income level? Like, how much do you think that they need to earn to be able to invest?
80 plus.
80K plus.
Yeah.
So 80K plus, and female, and they 30 to 50. that's a demographic, geographic. They live in the how far from the property you are selling. How far? 15-kilometer radius or how far?
Yeah, 15 kilometre, well, on average. So looking at my landlord. So I kind of base that on my landlords that I deal with. Yeah, they're all Adelaide based, but I'd like to target Melbourne and Sydney investors if there are any, but I don't know. So I'd have to do what do you call it, like a split test.
Yeah, you can, but just it's it's really challenge. You have to spend a lot of time educating them, because I remember like I spent about 11 grand attend one of the property investment seminar. So
Shit.
I'm not sure you heard about a lady. Her name is Deepra Boho. Have you heard about
Yep.
Deepra Boho? You know
Yeah,
her? Yeah. So she's one of the number one. She positioned herself as the number one real estate investor educator. So then another time, I was trying to learn property investment. So I said, look like she has a decades experience. So her program is very expensive. I talked to the property investor in her program. And by the way, most of the, they come from all around the country. Some of them come from Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane. And because she was doing the tour, like a event, travel around the country. So I found out that something interesting. And in a program, I talked to people in Sydney. Most of the people talk to in Sydney, and they buy the property in Sydney. I talked to people in Melbourne, and most people buy property in Melbourne. They live in Melbourne, and they buy property in Melbourne. I guess I found out that something really interesting, and which is most of people, they only buy the property like maximum like a 2 or 3. Yeah, I mean there is one of the some of the rules that most of people, they buy the property. They start with a neighborhood first, then they move to 2 or 3 suburbs away from them, and because some of the people, most of the property investors, they think about like this way. They wanted to be able to see the property every day, like drive around, say, okay, my property is there, I have a tenants. If they buy somewhere, in the interstate or Melbourne, they live in Sydney, they won't be able to see the property. I found something really interesting. That's why, well, it is possible, target people in Sydney and Melbourne, but I think a majority of people would be from South Australia. That's what we majority from. And to get people from Sydney and Melbourne, just have to get a lot on. Have to target the people who are willing, to invest nationally, because the majority of investors, I found out, the mindset is, they just want to find the property in the backyard.
Yeah, but see, so I thought, so with Sydney, there's a lot of Airbnb stock coming onto the market. Yeah.
Yeah.
And up for rent now. And like our vacancy rates around Adelaide CBD are under 1%.
Okay.
Across the board.
That's pretty.
So it's low.
Yeah.
We had a horrible little townhouse that's probably 5 minutes from my house, for sale for 300,000. We just got 325 a week for it. We had 18 applications in one half an hour.
Wow, cool. Open house, yeah.
So it's a very good market here, very tight. But and also the rate of return is, anything from 4 to, some of these townhouses 7%. So that's without the depreciation.
Great. So there's a way that is possible to get people from Sydney and Melbourne, and the only thing you do is use a webinar funnel, and webinar funnel. But that will be happening in module 3, module 1, and module 2. That's the foundation webinar funnel. I give you example about how the webinar funnel works. Well, the webinar funnel is based on the marketing formula. That's why it works. So let's say you wanted to target people living in Sydney and Melbourne to invest in Adelaide, and because most of people, they don't know, like the market is good in Adelaide, but most of people, they don't know about it. They are here. 30% they know they're not interested. But these people, they don't think they are interested about investing in Adelaide, you know,
Yep.
because they don't have enough information, they don't have enough knowledge about Adelaide real estate market, and 30% of people not thinking about investing in Adelaide. Actually, 30% of people, you know, but they are thinking about investing, but it's just not thinking about investing in Adelaide, and 6 to 7% of people who are open to it, they are open to, you know, to invest in other state, but not Adelaide. And 3% of people who, you know, who are think about investing in Adelaide. Probably these people already been told by some of the real estate, you know, property investor, you know, influencer or advisors. Okay, Adelaide market is good, or they did some research. That's why they start looking for market out. So it's unlistable. So the strategy.
In my targeting, I have to target
Yeah.
the Sydney people that are thinking about investment with a low vacancy rate, not necessarily Sydney people thinking about investing in Adelaide. I'll get nobody.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you want to target the people in Sydney who want to invest in
one property, so they want a low vacancy rate or they want a higher rate of return, not necessarily search for Adelaide because there's nobody there. And then they won't be looking at it, will they?
Okay. So where is the property? The property is in Adelaide, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so then the only way to be able to do that is use something called education-based marketing. And it's a webinar funnel. So it is educate them, bring them step by step, and from someone, you know, they think they don't know, because yeah, because everyone, you know, just, you know, everyone, you know, they will, you know, the reason why they invest is they want to get a good return for it, but they don't know, you know, which area or which property giving a good return unless someone giving them enough information, educate them, bring them up to the pyramid. And so that is how webinar funnel works. And that's going to be happening in module 3, where I'm going to share a strategy based on the education marketing. So basically the webinar funnel would be education-based marketing presentation. You educate the people and bring them through the, if you turn this upside down, it will be a funnel. It is a pyramid, but if you turn this upside down, it is a funnel. So this is this is one of the research has been done, you know, by one of the marketing genius. He worked with all sort of industry, and he found out this applied to almost any industry. So that's the only way to make it happen is to you know, watch the module 3 of the webinar funnel, and to you know, to use education-based marketing to educate the people and get them to the top of the pyramid, so they're ready to invest in the property you are selling.
Okay.
Well,
when's module 2 live?
Oh, module 2 already been finished. This week will be in the, you know, in the teachable in the online portal.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's say your target audience is you know, demographic, geographic there, and you're looking for people in Sydney. I think the most important would be the psychographic, or demographic and the geographic is that 20% of your, you know, of your marketing, or no, of your target audience. The third part is really important is psychographic. Psychographic is
hang on a sec. Just hang on.
Sure.
Sorry, back. Somebody at the door.
Sure, that's great.
Yeah.
By the way, like, have you you know, have you you know, put some answer in the Word document I sent it to you? Have you, or you just?
Yeah, I don't have it with me though, but yeah. I've done that. Yeah, some of it. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. So I mean, because the reason I ask you just help you maybe go through the module 1, so make sure you you know, have everything ready, because that's will be because when you doing a webinar funnel, it's much easier once having the module 1, everything. Once you know a target audience, you know, just so much easier for you to, for you to create the, PPT presentation.
Yeah.
That's the reason why. So psychographic would be, let's just say, psychographic. It is, what is it? So basically it is, what is the reason why they wanted to, they wanted to invest as well, like especially invest in low vacancy rate. Have you worked out like what is the reason why they wanted to invest in?
No. I mean, for me, it's security, isn't it? I mean, as far as my experience goes, people don't invest in property if they can't get it. They're worried about getting a tenant.
Yeah.
So, but I'm selling stuff that's already got a tenant.
Okay, great. So the reason why that part is important is because your webinar or your marketing is going to be far more effective if you understand the people's motive and what is the motivated then. So if the people has been motivated by security, and these people has some of the personality characteristics, and that is so it's going to, this is the most critical part, by the way, because every piece of your Facebook ads, every your copywriting on your funnel and your video sales letter, it is what the, how you're going to communicate your I guess your offer, which is your property, and let's say how my property investors is kind of property, how it's going to help you, feel secured. If the security is a drive, and this is something I learned, but I'm not in. So for me, in order for me to, I guess learn about marketing, actually I study a lot of the, psychology as well. It's really human behavior psychology, and one of the most famous, I guess training I've done. I'm not sure you heard about something called NLP, neural linguistic programming.
No.
You Google search about it, and so it's really famous. But I would suggest any salesperson will do this training. If they do this training, they will sell far more effective. Neural linguistic programming is one of the psychological approach. So basically, you find out the people. You learn this is it has been widely used in sales and in marketing. And the guy who make it famous, his name is Tony Robbins. Do you know Tony Robbins? Yeah. So Tony Robbins, in his seminar, he teach about NLP. That's what he's teaching about it. So basically, the what's going to be useful in sales is used to influence the people to make the decision. So in order to influence people to make a decision, the people have, like as a salesperson or marketer, they have to understand people's motive, like what motivates the people to make decision. So, if the people motivated by security, which is no vacancy rate, and what's going to happen is, who are they? What kind of people they are? So let me ask you a question. What kind of people, they will be motivated by security? What kind of people?
Okay.
Do you understand what my question is about it?
Yes.
Yeah.
What kind of people?
Yeah. What kind of people will be motivated by security?
First time investor.
Yeah, that's it. So you get it. So first time investor, and that's it. That's one. And also, and could be the most of the work professional. They will be motivated by security. Let me give you example. Most of the entrepreneurs, they don't be motivated by security. Most of the entrepreneurs quit their job to start a business, and so for them, they are risk taker, and but most of them, especially Asian culture. I mean, I'm from Chinese. I know Asian culture. The parents want the kids to study to become a doctor, lawyer, or dentist, or tax accountant. The reason why is because the job is a security. So these kind of people, tax accountant, dentist, lawyer, doctor, and IT professional, engineer, most of them Asian or Indian, because their parents found that their job is a security. So these people, they'll be motivated by security. And that is a psychographic. That is far more important than demographic and geographic. Because if you can find the people's motive, then okay, once you find out, okay, if these people who motivated by security, like first time investor, I use that example. Then you work out, okay, first time investor and the income is 80 grand, and most of them live like if let's just say you target people in let's say you target people in Sydney, okay, you still can find people in Sydney as well. So people live in Sydney, and the people who have earned 80K pretty much, I would say that kind of salary would be yeah, most of a doctor would be earn more than that. I'm called GP, general practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing a GP. I know most of the GP will earn more than that. So GP and GP, because the GP, they value security. They believe doctor is the most secure job. So GP
Yep.
earn 80K, and age group 30 to 50. And so if you get so clear about who they are,
Yep.
and then next thing is where to find them. Does that make sense?
Yep.
It's just so clear about how to find them. Now do you think that you got some of the way to find out these people?
So you'd target profession doctor, wouldn't you, or medical or something?
Yeah, because from the answer you give to me, you told me
Yep.
like the low vacancy rate. That means you told me demographic, geographic, and psychographic. So demographic is people's age is 30, 50, and they you know, and the geographic, you know, you want people in Sydney. Or psychographic, they are motivated by security. So
Yep.
you look at this factor, then you say, oh, who are these people? Once you understand them so well, then you find out, okay, where are they? It's so much easy. That is the first module. It's called magnetic marketing system. It is based on you understand who they are, and then where they are, then you give them the right offer, which is the offer basically is the investment property you are selling. So use the right product, which is the right investment property, and to reach the right target audience. And yeah.
Yep.
So let's just say, I'm not sure, like so from let's just say in the past, have you sold any investment property to people, to the investor?
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
So who
Quite
are
a
the
few
people? Who are the
actually
people bought it?
Chinese.
Chinese.
Huh? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what kind of job do they have?
I don't know. Some of them no job.
Well, no job. How could they get a home? How could they get a loan from the bank then?
Cash, no loan.
Cash. Oh, so they have the money from the China, then they send it to here, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I guess now it's harder. It's getting harder to do that because yeah. I mean, in the past, it is overseas buyer is really good because you know, they just bought a lot of money then buy property with cash. But now it's getting harder and harder.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first group buyer, and so then pretty much that I'm not sure because the government has a very strong restriction to the people who bring money from overseas now. So pretty much it's just getting much harder. So then let's say from like what we have worked out, let's say people who are, let's say GP, use the example, GP who are ages 30 to 50, live in Sydney.
Yep.
Do you think where you can find these people?
Yeah, I don't know. So I guess I've got to look at yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so I can give you not just say the strategy, but but the way, because the reason why I ask is I know how to do it, but the reason why I ask much you come to answer is just more what I mean, like you will feel it's your answer. You'll feel like you know, it's come. But I can give to you. You may think about it.
Yeah.
So if I was you, I would do this. So because of people who are doctor and let's say GP is the example, you can apply to other tax accountant or engineer, IT professional, lawyer. Let's use the GP as example. So most of the GP, And so, they are GP and live in Sydney and the age is 30 to 50. So if they're GP, most of GP, when they think about investing, and most of the, doctor, and they are okay. So most of the people, when they're trying to, invest, especially they're uneducated, I found this pattern. It is, they are always going to look for advisor. And even if like the GP, or if it is, I give you an example about, actually my mom, she bought an investment property. Another time she's very uneducated. She's the first time investing, and so she didn't know what to buy. That's pretty much like 6 years ago. So another time, because she was uneducated. So when most people who are uneducated, and they haven't attended any real estate course, they are quite scary, because investing property or buying a property is the most expensive product that buy. So they're very skeptical as well. They're trying to make the perfect decision, by the way. This is especially first-time investor. I know it, because I talk to first-time investor in the property investment seminar. I know they're very scary as well. Say, it's big money. How much they save for 4 or 5 years of the saving, they're going to put into property. That's why they try so hard. And that is why they're going to talk to everyone, pretty much they know about it, and to find out. So when they become uneducated, they have a fear. And so my mom, that's why she did it. So she, on the time, she didn't know any other property investment, advisor. She didn't have any financial plan as well. But she has one person she trusts, which is her tax accountant. So her tax accountant used her, do her tax, which is a personal tax. And also her tax accountant invests in property as well. So her tax accountant just, tell her, never buy any apartment or unit. And at that time, I didn't know the reason why, but she told me the reason why. Say, my tax accountant told me never buy any apartment or unit. Why? Because apartment and unit, there's no any line, because the value of the apartment unit will be depreciated. So if I invest in apartment and unit, that means that, it's not a good return on investment. So he will say, you need to buy the house, because the house has none, or you buy a duplex. So can you guess what she bought it?
Because her accountant said.
Sorry?
Because her accountant told her to.
Her accountant, didn't sell her any property. Her accountant just give her the advice, tell her what to buy. But do you think what she bought for her first investment property?
Oh, well, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully not an apartment.
No, she didn't buy an apartment. She bought out. She didn't have much money for that, but she tried so hard. She bought in the west of Sydney, and it's not money, and it's 590K, and it's a duplex. Basically, it's a big house has been cut in half. The owner owns half, and she got the left side. So because she listened to her accountant and bought the house has none, she couldn't buy an apartment in a better location, but she trusts her accountant. Then she bought one. So let's come back to a GP and example. So when a GP, especially a first-time investor, when they try to invest, they are really scary. And even if they have really good income, and most of them, one of the people they will talk to, I guarantee, would be a tax accountant. Because why? The reason why my mom get started with a tax accountant with that one is because tax accountant told her you can buy property because of negative gearing. You know negative gearing, It's because so you pay tax, if we buy some property, you can claim some tax back. Then, our tax is really smart, as everyone is doing that. So, so I guarantee your GP, because the GP normally has a really good income and they pay a lot of tax. So probably they have been sold negative gearing things, and then they will listen to a tax accountant's advice to buy negative gearing property, and that's how it works. So if I was you, I'm trying to target the young GP who age between 30 to 50, has 80K plus income. I will go to people who advise, who have the influence, or who have who have the influence that can influence property investor to buy the property? Let's say the property you are selling is apartment or land or house, or what kind of property you're selling?
You normally subdivided townhouses on a larger block. So Torrance Title, I don't know if they're Sydney for that, but yeah, so their own title. There's no community, there's no strata, just a plan. Their own street frontage, townhouses, 3-bedroom, single and double garage, and they range about 450 up to 600. So
and that mainly for investment, not for residential living, yeah.
Well, I sell the whole development, and you know when I sell, they're all owner occupier. There's no investor buyers. I don't know why. So then the developer, for tax reasons, will hold back 2 and rent them out.
Okay.
And we'll either rent them out and then sell them after rented. Yeah. So they've got 9-8 years of depreciation deductions left, or they'll keep them for 5 years, and then when they sell, there's no GST.
Okay.
Yeah, so that which means I can keep the selling price, kind of competitive then. So, but yeah, but on average, yeah, I mean, we never sell to investors. I don't know why. I used to sell to all investors. I built 2 rent rolls and sold them just on selling. But the last couple of years, no. But
so most of the people who bought it, they are owner occupied. So
yeah, but that also means that the whole, they're well kept too. So you can always tell investment property when the grass is not cut and there's 4 cars in the driveway, all that sort of stuff. But these in the block, they're well kept. So. And that means the tenants that I've got in there also, there's also, keeping them well kept too, because everybody else is nice, so. So they're quite attractive. Land, they're kind of 10 minutes from the city, CBD. Yeah. So the land price is going up. Okay. So, all the time. So yeah, there's a little bit of growth there, but the income is very good and the deductions are good because depreciation and everything else. So, and we package things up. So we say, okay, buy the townhouse. We'll give you landlord insurance for free for 12 months. Yeah. Property management. Yeah. For free, 12 months. That sort of thing. But you're still nobody.
Nobody. So you're trying to target the investor. That's it. That's the people you're targeting. But then you sold most of the property to owner occupying. Why do you try to target investor if the most of people buying is owner wanting to live there?
Because there's so many tenants. There's so many people. So when the developer holds, say, 2 from the development, we rent them out in a day or 2 days. That's it. Yeah. And there's people lining up. So we don't have enough stock. So he'll need to offload them when he wants to do another project, and there's no money. Okay. We'll sell something, but we can't. It's hard. So.
Yeah. So I'm trying to understand the kind of the people as well. So the people who bought the property is owner. It's people who buy and then rent out. Yeah. That's the people who buy.
Yeah. Nobody buys to rent out. Nobody buys to live.
They buy and live there, yeah?
Yeah, they buy and they live there.
Okay. Yeah. And because you told me the location is good, it's close to CBD. I mean, I guess that's the reason why most people buy and live there. And
a lot of Chinese students too, they kind of, when they finish their uni, they get married, buy it, and then, they'll save another deposit and buy another one or buy something else. And then, keep that for an investment. So.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Then if the most of people who bought the property in that location is owner, is people want to live there, I'm just curious, why do you want to target investor then?
Because I need to sell the other 2 eventually.
Another 2? What do you mean?
The two that the developers kept.
Oh, developer keep.
Because we can't always sell them all. We can't always, you know, we might sell, say if we've got a block of 6 or 5.
Yeah.
We generally sell 3 pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And then we really struggle.
With, okay, sure.
Because there's not a lot of buyers in Adelaide. You know, if we get 5 people at an open inspection,
yeah,
we're happy. That's reasonably busy.
Mm.
Some weekends I can open all weekend and see not one person.
Oh, yeah.
You know, 12 open inspections, nobody turns up.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So I'm kind of, yeah, I want to create that, yeah, somehow create that market where I've at least got investor buyers on top of the.
Oh, okay, I totally understand, because there's not enough buyer, you know, to buy, you know, to, of course, the population in Adelaide is a bit small as well. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So you wanted to, that's why you want to target people in Sydney and to buy investment property in Adelaide, because people in Sydney, most of them are not willing to move to Adelaide as well. Okay.
That's right.
Okay, I got it. Sure. Okay, I totally get it. Yeah.
They might in Sydney, and to buy something equivalent would be $1 million.
Yeah.
And they might only get $600 a week.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
I can sell them something for 600, brand new,
Yeah.
and get $550 a week.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay. So it totally makes sense, because I was just kind of figure out why you try to, you know, get an investor. Okay. It totally makes sense, because yeah. So.
And if I had investment buyers kind of ready,
yeah,
I could virtually sell a project.
Yeah.
The developer would go and buy a block and do a project for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd create more stock just by the demand. But at the moment, there's not even demand much for owner occupier, let alone, and then no investors, then there's not much development.
Okay. I know your way of doing it. I know. Actually, you work for the First National, are you?
No, I've just terminated them.
You terminated them, but the First National, okay. Actually, First National has a marketing strategy to create the demand. I attended the First National, you know, property investment masterclass. They run this all over the country. They create demand. They get people to buy it. And I'm not sure I can share. You can see my screen. Can you?
Yep. Okay. So I had them in Adelaide.
Yeah.
First National IP, it's called. And I was the only Adelaide agent that gave them the database to market to.
Okay.
And I had 180 registrations.
Yeah.
For their masterclass, and 60 turned up.
60 turned up. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think they did anything. I don't think they followed up very well after.
Yeah.
And they didn't give me information, you know, about who registered or whatever. It was pretty poor, I think. And then we had COVID. So I know even my own database, I know I've got investor clients in there. Okay. My own database that are interested, might be interested.
Sure.
So.
But I think yeah. But I've been to the yeah. Okay, keep going. Yeah. What do you want to say?
They don't do much. They don't really do much on tax or anything, because they're not licensed. You know, they're not accountants. So
yeah, they're not.
I thought I've done a webinar with my accountant to talk about different things. Maybe I'll do another one on negative gearing and something. You know, tax minimization. I don't know. So.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Adding to the webinar. So.
Yeah. So I've been to a First National property investment masterclass 3 times, and they're in Sydney, but in different one. And so the reason why, you know, I think that this strategy they are doing, that's how. But I just found their webinar, which is they don't use webinar, they use a presentation as well. They choose getting people, you know, to buy. You know, getting people at the end of the day, getting people to book appointment. You know, getting people to book appointment with the
consultant.
Yeah. Have you been one of the property investment?
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see it. That's the one. I've been to.
Yeah.
But
So I actually got their presentation.
Yeah.
And I kind of changed all the wording, but basically the same. And I actually did a masterclass in the bank across the road from the office.
Okay.
We had a night. So we had about 30 people there. And a couple of people, you know, mainly owner occupiers.
Yeah.
So it was a bit strange. But so a couple of the banks,
Yeah.
then a couple of the managers were also there from other branches.
Yeah.
And we were going to run a series on other branches in our area. But then we had COVID and had to close, but that'll start again.
Yeah.
But the feedback they got from my presentation was really, really good. So yeah, they really enjoyed it. And so did the bank. So even the bank's got people pre-qualified, investors, loans, but they're not buying.
Okay.
Which is why they got me in there in the bank to do that, to try and get some sales and whatever to get the loans, you know, taken up. So even and bankers say little local bank, but they know that the investment market is really good. Their clients that have investment properties is very stable income, very stable growth. So they want to lend to those people. You know, it's very risk free. So even though, you know, the Reserve Bank and everybody else says, oh, there's too many investors, yeah, but not in Adelaide. It's not enough.
So let's say 30 people went to your, you know, event, the masterclass, and at the end of the masterclass, I think what they do is book a consultation with the individual to find out how much, you know, money you can borrow. Have you? So after masterclass, have you booked any consultation with anyone from there?
2 or 3. Yep.
2 or 3.
But just can't get them, you know, over the line. So and then I sent them to an accountant.
Yeah.
Because their own accountants knew nothing about, or wouldn't tell them much about property investing. They wanted to put them into some, you know, share portfolio or some bloody thing where they earn money.
Yeah.
So, and I've got a good Chinese accountant I work with. So he's mainly interested in getting business, not necessarily, you know, pointing people to something that he makes money out of. So, but yeah, well, then we had the virus and we had to shut it down. But I think we'll bring that on board again when restrictions are eased. So
okay, good. So the reason why I bring this is I think this has been proven to work to create one. But I you know, I got the presentation and I watch it. I just found that the presentation they have got is not as good as I'm not sure because I've been watched it 3 times. I've been to this event 3 times. So and I got the workbook, so I review the presentation because for me I do presentation as well.
Yep.
You know, I just found out, you know, they but in the module 3 actually the webinar found you under the presentation structure, which is different from what they've got, but this one will help you doing some delays. It will help you increase the demand to hear.
So you have to remember that, you know, first at the end of the day, first a licensed agent.
Yeah.
So there's quite a few restrictions on what we can and can't say. Whereas Dinfa, she can say whatever she's like because she's not regulated. She doesn't have a license for anything. So she can say whatever she likes. She can say, you know, if you buy in this area, it's 8 times the growth and you're going to have 16 babies and you'll be a millionaire by the time you're 4. And she can say that. Whereas as a licensed agent, we can't say nothing. So that's why in their presentation, they use a lot of slides from other sources, not them. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, I know what I mean.
There is a fair amount of restriction. Now, what happens after if somebody requests and that's why the presentation's free, whereas DINFA's 11 grand, they can't charge that. As an agent, we can't charge money for advice. So so they're very restricted. But now what happens after the initial phone call, I don't know. So I don't know who they get involved. So
So after the initial phone call, I mean, it's going to be initial phone call is with you, with someone else.
No, so they've got a team. They've got a telemarketing team.
Okay. Okay, I got it. I mean, sure. That totally makes sense. But I totally understand, that presentation. There are something, you cannot see, but I think I'm going to briefly cover what's going to happen in that webinar funnel, and which is which that will help you. So that's it. That's the first part.
Yep.
I will explain to you. So can you see the screen?
Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
Good. So this is a structure. By the way, I will cover in the in our webinar as well, in our webinar funnel, and this will help you bring the people who are not interested about it, or bring the people who don't know about automate and to the top 3%. Well, you don't have to take note. In the module 3, we're going to be in detail, but I will just briefly cover so you get an idea about how it works. So, what intro is, you understand the structure. So the structure is quite simple, though. It's not very complicated.
Yep.
So intro is a bold promise, runner, which is the one thing they're going to get out of from the webinar. Basically, something you can promise. So basically, they can stay to the end. Who get to the end? When you stay to the end, you give them some of the stuff. So some of the stuff they may interested about getting. So make sure they can stay. You can do this either on a webinar or in an event.
Yep.
Yes, because of COVID-19, most people don't go to event now anymore, but you can do in a webinar. And command attention, which is asking to turn off the mobile, turn off the non-public notification, and qualify yourself. So qualify yourself why you are qualified. I'm sure you are qualified because you you are licensed a real estate agent, and so you can tell me your background and future pacing, and basically is getting into imagine, and if you get is the outcome based on the outcome you promise you're gonna get, and by end of the I guess by end of the presentation. So we have the right expectation. So this is the first part. The second part is called the one theme. This is something really interesting about it. In the past, I've seen a lot of the presenter. I've been to First National. The people just teach a lot of the content, which is really good, really informative as well. But the problem with the teaching is, I found out teaching as well. It doesn't matter how much you teach. People feel good. I learned so much. I feel good about it, and I know I can say, you guys, they're not doing anything. I was struggling as well in the past. I was, trying to teach people so much, and then I found out, they're not doing anything. Then about when I found out this presentation structure, I found okay, your job. I found out that the people's job as a presenter, their job is not go out to there to teach, and the job is get out there to actually break and rebuild the people's belief. What I mean is one. I give example about let's say use your example. So your goal is to get people end of the webinar. I'm sure what will be your goal end of the presentation? Get people to book a consultation with you. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's say book appointment with you, and so if that is your goal, then the whole presentation should be structured to help you to pursue the people, to book appointment with you. How are you gonna do it? And you are gonna do it in this content section, the second section. So you're gonna share. You're gonna do the secret number one. The secret number one. Basically, you're gonna share with you. In the module 1, I explain the lesson 3, which is create a offer. You watch the. So now you understand what is the offer is, yeah.
Yep.
So like your offer will be different from other agent. Your offer will be, the property come with maybe landlord insurance free and mortgage insurance free. So your offer, it is your core service plus some of the other service you can package, into a service. That is your offer. So your job in the presentation is to get them to believe if they wanted to get your offer.
Yeah.
Okay? And then, well, now if they wanted to, let's say you have to get people to believe this. Once they believe this, and then they are gonna book appointment with you.
Yeah.
For the people, if you see the diagram on the screen.
Yep.
So let's say the other one. People think about non-interest. You have to get. Let's say use a GP as example. Let's say the GP is the first-time investor. you have to get him to believe what? You know, the only way to help you, because they are motivated by security, yeah? So if they are motivated by security, you know, the point is they want a multi-stream of income, okay? So you have to get them to believe the only way for you to get a multi-stream of income, charge battery. Yeah, you have to get them to believe this. Once you get it, so the secret number one is believe the offer you are selling to them. You get to believe the only way to help you, to help you build your multi-stream income is invest in property, and the only property you should be invest, and that is highly secure because that's what they want. They want security. It is the property I'm selling. You got what I mean? So if you can get them to believe that, okay, let's say he's a GP and from suddenly he wanted to invest, he's a first-time investor. As long as you can get him to believe, okay, invest in property is the only way to build a multi-stream income that give you security. And also, the most secure property you should invest is my property. Why? My property has the lowest vacancy rate. As long as you can convince them to believe this, they're going to book appointment with you and they're going to buy your property. That is the goal of it. Then how are you going to do it? You're going to share the secret number one, it is the offer. Okay, you're going to share how my offer can help you get a multi-stream of income. Pretty much this one, you should not tell about your property feature. You should tell about it, why property investment is good for you. You may share about, okay, you may compare property to business. As a business has, do you know what is the percentage of business failed in the first year?
Oh, it's high, no? 80% or something?
Yeah, 85% of business failed in first year.
Yeah.
So this is from ABS, Australian Bureau of Statistics. I'm sure it's the first year. So it says 85% of business failed in the first year, and 85%, yeah. And so about 95% of business failed in second year. Okay, then you compare. So the first secret, what should you be doing is you compare property investment, the wealth creation strategy. We'll go back this one or this one. You compare property investment and with business. Okay, business has a higher percentage risk. By the way, business is good, but it's just not good. It's not for everyone. Like a GP, they have no business deal, and they are they don't have much risk tolerance, which means that they are not willing to take a risk. Business is not for them. So you compare your property investment with the business. Okay, so property investment, give the compared to business, then have less chance to fail. Then you compare property investment to share. So you compare, okay, what's the return on the share investment? Share is good. Sometimes share can get higher, share can lower, but share generally have upside down. Where up can go up to 15%, but down, people can lose more money. If the people is a no risk person, they may think, share is risky. So once you get it in, okay, probably is the only option for them to go. The second belief you have to get them to believe is my offer, which is the property I'm selling, is the only property you should buy. So first believe you have to get them believe, okay, property investment is the only way for you to build a multi-stream income to secure your family in my financial future. And then my property is the only property you can invest because it has the lowest vacancy rate because I have all of the other feature. And so as long as you can get them to believe that, they are going to, book an appointment with you. That is a whole, so that is the whole point of this. So secret number one, basically get them to believe get them to believe the offer you've got, which is the property you've got can help them achieve their goal. They want to achieve, maybe have multi-stream income for secure financial future, because you can tell them COVID-19, people lose their job. So they need a multi-stream income. It's easier to sell them the concept as well.
Yeah.
Then secret number two is getting them to believe, okay, they can do it, even if they're first-time investor. So first-time investor, normally they have some of the fear about, make a wrong decision. You have to get them to believe, you know, you can do it. You may share a story about how, you know, a first-time investor like them, maybe not a GP, but a first-time investor you helped. You say, you know, that person like you already done it. So that's this one is internal belief. Secret number 3 is called external belief.
Yep.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, secret number 3 is external belief. External belief means, you know, they may have some worry about, okay, COVID-19 is the market is going to be good. So you have to tell a story or give some fact, data to say, okay, you know, COVID-19, share about the trend in the past of how property market performed. So once you can look down these 3 biggest one, then you are going to basically stack your offer. So you say, okay, if you, by the way, I want to ask a question. So are you the only agent who sell the property, or is there any other agent who sell the property as well?
Most of the time, just me.
Oh, most of the time too. That will be much easier because, but you may still face a challenge because you have to compete with the other agent who sell other property.
Yeah.
But in that case, you can say, okay, I'm not just only sell you property. Property is the first product you get. You get a property for sure. That's give you no vacancy rate. Plus, you have the landlord insurance free. You have the mortgage insurance free. And plus, maybe you can, I'm sure what you can do, most of the people want to buy investment property, you know, they wanted to have a tenants as well. Then you may have given other benefit. You can, I'm not sure you can do it, but I know there are some other company who are doing this. Say, you're gonna have the, you know, maybe you're gonna help them find the property manager. The property manager can help them find the tenants to fill the property. Do you think that you can offer that service or not? Hello?
Hi, Jason.
Oh, hi, Mel.
Sorry, I'm so sorry to be late.
That's
Keep
all right.
going.
I was just talking to Brett. I know he was trying to get the property investor from Sydney to invest in the property he has got in Adelaide. I was showing him that basically is a webinar funnel. You know how he can get the you know, get the property investor. So I think it's going to help you as well, Mel. So by the way, hi Mel, have you got your license yet? Have you started, you know, have you started your real estate business, or you haven't?
Yeah, I've got my business. I've made a few changes where I'm transitioning over, and but yeah, everything's in place. I've got the home seller guide, so I've made the changes. Yeah, just catching up on all of that and putting it all into the process so I can. I've got the offer down pat. I just need to polish it and get it into the system. Okay, cool.
So later on, I may, you know, talk to B, but I may finish the conversation with Brett. So, so Brett, let's say, what is your offer, Brett? So your offer is the first one is a property. What is some other like a value adding or add on service you can offer to the investor? What other? You mentioned about landlord insurance free. What else?
We do 3 months property management fee free.
Okay, 3 months property management for free. What else?
Yeah, that's about it, I think. Oh, depreciation report.
Depreciation report. Okay, what else? What else do you think you can add to the offer? What else?
I don't know. That's about it. That's enough.
Okay. Let me ask a question. By the way, the offer I mean, the offer you created, do you think that can? By the way, I would suggest you add as much as you can, because the more you add on.
Oh, the other. I mean, sometimes if they're Adelaide based.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get them into an accountant to do a first initial structure appointment.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So then you put a price tag for each service. You can, you know, value adding service. What that means is, if you put it a price tag, you say, okay, normally the depreciation report, how much is it going to cost them if they don't, if they're going to do
about
by
600. Yeah,
yeah,
about
600.
600.
It's like, it's going to cost 600, but if you go with me, it's free. They can see the tangible benefit of having the,
Yep.
you know, I mean. So let's just say, 3 months property management. How much does it cost them if they
Oh,
hire a property manager 3 months?
about 200.
Yeah, 200. Then you put a price as well. Then how about the landlord insurance? How much is landlord insurance?
300.
Yeah, 300. And then plus the more you can add it, the more value you can stack in. That's why I put a stack. So
Okay.
so if you add so much more, they can say, oh, it is because the more you add it, the more you're gonna differentiate yourself from other agents. The more your product become more valuable, become more attractive. So
Yep.
so even if they finish your webinar, let's say they may not ready to buy it, but in the future when they're ready, they're gonna come back to you. Why? Because they can say, okay, Brad offer so much value adding service. Other agents just sell me a property. I wasn't like you. I used to sell Meriton, Londonese property as well. Do you know Meriton, a big developer?
Yeah.
So I was saying, like everyone in that company I was working with, they got 500 salespeople, and they have 3 offices, Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane. And every salesperson, sell the same things. And then the client, just talk to them, say, okay, we sell the property. Another salesperson show exactly property. So another time I was struggling to differentiate myself. And then after I understand this value, this is called offer things, I thought, oh, that just totally makes sense. Because I finally found a way I can differentiate myself from other agents in the same company who sell the same stock. Everyone is sell Meriton's apartment at that time, and everyone sells the same thing. So how can I differentiate? Because the 500 salesperson, everyone have to compete with each other.
Yep.
And I just found that if you can, at that time, stack. So if you can stack more, the more you stack, the more valuable your offer become. Then your offer basically is a package of product or service you can package together, and that's become unique.
Yeah.
So that can differentiate yourself. That's become your unique selling point. That's basically what about.
Okay.
But another thing, I'm not sure you can offer or not. Let's say some of the property investors, because the tenants want to live there, and some of the tenants, like a student, they may not have a furniture. Do you think that you can negotiate a deal, with a furniture, maybe a store shop, to get a better deal for the tenant to buy the furniture? Is something you can negotiate?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you can negotiate that, then you're gonna another. Let's say a property investor say, okay, you're going to if you can negotiate, a property investor can, they wanted to have a high yield for the rental return, and normally have a high yield. They need to have a furniture in the, let's say, in the property as well, because the tenants wanted to furniturize. So if you can negotiate a deal with a furniture shop, say, okay, I don't want a referral fee, and you just give me the discount to my tenants. So you can, or do that to my client, which is the client with the property investor. So property investor, instead like they pay $3,000 for the furniture, maybe for sofa, for rugs, or for or fridge. Then you negotiate a deal, maybe give them maybe 10% discount. I'm sure it's not hard to do it because you don't ask for referral fee. So by doing this, the property investor will save $500 to about $1,000 from the furniture they're gonna buy. Then this will be another value-adding service you can put into your offer.
Yeah.
So by doing this, your offer, the value of your offer is not just about your selling a property. It is what sort of the product or service you can add it. And maybe because I tell you something interesting about it. Once I create a offer, some other people, they buy your offer. It's not just they wanted the property. Some of the people, they buy it because they wanted a thing. They wanted they wanted the discount from the furniture. It's because 1 or 2 cents. That's something they really wanted. So they're gonna buy the offer.
Okay.
Yeah. Then another day one, what are you gonna do? Then you're gonna close. So you're gonna do basically you just going to handle all of the objections they've got. They may have objections, say, okay, you know, I you know, okay, I'm not living in Adelaide, and who is going to help me manage my property? So okay, we have a property manager for you, and also they may have the you know, they may have the you know, question about it. Okay, if my property you know, has a let's say has some problem, and I need electrician, and do I need to call myself instead we have someone do you? So you just basically hand over the objection you have got, and once you hand over the job, yeah, they're gonna fully close. So that is the structure using. So once you have the structure ready, you are gonna bring the people from the bottom to the top. So that is the formula to do that presentation. I'm going to cover in detail in a module 3.
Yep.
That is how I used to get you guys on board, by the way. That's how I do.
Yeah.
That works for anything, because the psychology works. It's a sales psychology. It's not a just work for, you know, sell any online course. It works to sell anything as long as you understand the psychology behind it.
Yep.
Does it make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. So once you have offer, now your audience is a young professional, like the GP age 30 to 50. You have the offer. Then you find out where they are. I think the easiest way you can find it is you know, finding the people. I give example, like my mom example, tax accountant will be the classic one. You can do something called a strategic partnership. So tax accountant, you know, I know some of tax accountant only focus on business, but I think it is a way they don't say themselves very well.
No.
No, it is because most of tax accountants, they are self-employed. I just didn't know they're self-employed. They're not a, and they are not like a, they don't have like a, they're not an entrepreneur. But I can give you a strategy. I think that can help you get his tax accountant to become the strategic partnership on board. I use an example about here.
Yep.
Let's see. This will be module 2, but I give example. I use example about the mortgage broker. So let's say you're going to find a mortgage broker. Pretty much a mortgage broker have the influence. That will be the second type of the people you can find to do strategic partnership. Mortgage broker normally have a typical influence to the people want to buy investment property as well, because once the people try to get a loan approved, and then, you know, mortgage, they may ask some question. If they trust a mortgage broker, they may ask a question like, who is the agent I should talk to, or the mortgage broker normally have bit of influence for the people want to buy the investment. Tax accountant is one of them. Mortgage broker, another one. Financial planner will be one as well. I know there are many financial planners actually who don't make much money by doing the financial planning with people. Most of financial planners only make you know, 2 to 3 grand. They don't make much money. And the biggest money they make, actually, it is refer the client, because they manage the client's wealth. So they refer the client to buy investment property or to buy share. That's how financial planner make money. I'm not sure you know it.
Yep.
Because from the financial planner I know, I do have friends who are financial planner and AMP. You know AMP, do you?
Yep. I'm with
AMP
them.
financial planner. And I was talking to her. You know, she's a licensed, you know, AMP. I said, you know, how much money it makes? She told me, and then how do you, you know, don't make much money. I think, you know, how do you get him? I said, you know, I refer my client to buy this property, buy this share. That's basically how they make more money. So I think that's the kind of people. Then you can do strategic partnership as well. And so tax accountant. Let's say if you wanted to talk to a mortgage broker, what you can do is as a typical mortgage broker only earn like a 0.46% to 0.65% commission of the loan amount, which is about like 3 grand on 500K loan. Well, it's really.
So I could say something like, I could increase your income by 25%.
Yeah. So once you just do a simple math, maybe put a piece of paper. So Then they have the ongoing commission as well, which is 0.1%, which is $1,000 per year. This is you can Google search mortgage broker commission. This is come from the research. They found a typical mortgage broker in Australia. That's how much they earn.
Yep.
And so, as a mortgage broker, there's only 3 ways for them to make more money. Option 1, getting more new clients. This is the hardest way because I'm in the marketing. I know getting hard one. If they want to do Facebook ads or do Google ads, it costs money to get a new client, and pretty much they have to do something called a cost per acquisition, which is they may have to spend maybe 500 or to get a new client. So it costs money, costs time, and a lot of effort as well get a new client. So the first option is a harder one. Second option is getting bigger client to borrow more money, which is typically a mortgage broker, try to get is more, the client, try to borrow more money. But this is a bit hard as well because how much the client can borrow more money depends on what kind of property they're going to buy. So they don't have much, control to that. Third option is the easiest one. Refer the client to other business. So let's say a mortgage broker, once a mortgage broker finish the mortgage broker, okay, I help the vendor get the home loan approved. And once the loan home loan approved, then logically, the vendor need to buy a property, because the reason why they get a loan approved is because they want to buy a property, either investment or residential home. Otherwise, they won't borrow money from the bank.
Yeah.
So logically, the perfect strategic partner, business partnership, and is the real estate agent. Why? It's because the real estate agent and just show them the property and say, okay, you have the loan approved, then. But you need to find the right mortgage broker as well. A mortgage broker, who are willing to do this and long-term. That's why I call something called a strategic partnership, not called a referral partnership. Referral partnership is kind of like a once-off. Strategic partnership is you and a mortgage broker are in the same business. So mortgage broker, he has 2 products. The first product is financial services. A second product is real estate agency services. So the mortgage broker need to sell your service. So when the mortgage broker, finishes the transaction with your prospect vendor or with your prospect buyer, then you can ask the mortgage broker, okay, you can say, okay, go ask your client to go to my funnel. This is where your funnel need to be. Your funnel need to be here. So the funnel I showed you the webinar funnel, this one, they need to be in the middle. Your funnel need to be in the middle. So when your mortgage broker, landscaper, painter, or financial planner, they finish the transaction with the client, the next step, the client need to go to is you. Then you ask the client go to funnel. Then once the client go to funnel, the funnel will, I show you how the funnel works. The webinar funnel will qualify them, nurture them, will sell, will close them. So after you close them, then that is where your funnel, that is where your business is. That is where you can do it. Yeah.
Yep.
And after that, if you wanted to go next step, which is the further, what you can do, and you say, okay, I wanted to increase my commission because most of the agent and the commission, this is a commission from real estate agent. Most of the agent whose commission is in New South Wales. That's the figure in Adelaide. So most of the commission, let's say most of the instantly $1 million property, the commission is about 20 grand. I can give you in New South Wales. So if a real estate agent wanted to make more money, it's quite easy as well. So, okay. So a real estate agent can, because I'm talking about a sales agent now. Sales agent want to make more money. It's not hard at all. Sales agent can refer, the prospect vendor, because the prospect vendor sold the property. Do you think what is the next step they're gonna do? What is the next step?
You manage the transaction, I guess.
Yeah. No. Let's say if you think about like a sales agent, once the sales agent helps the vendor sold the property, what is the next step the vendor going to take?
Find another one.
Yeah, find another one. So a vendor need to buy another one, either for investment or for most of people sell their home, they must buy a new home. So if the local real estate sales agent can partner with the local buyer's agent and to refer the current client to a local buyer's agent, then buyer's agent can, give a percentage of the profit to the local sales agent. By doing this, the local sales agent, a typical buyer's agent, the commission is 1 to 3% as well. That means that if 1 million property, local buyer's agent, they may get 10K to 30 grand. I mean, you may get like a 10 or 20%. That means that you can increase your income 10 or 20% without doing anything.
Yeah.
So that is a way to do it. It's something is in module 2 called value ladder. And once you have the business structure, this one, you're gonna have the lead source from the channel here. That's I send all of the leads to you, to your funnel. Then once you finish your funnel, you finish your transaction, you're gonna send the leads to all of the people you can run to earn to get a profit from them. By doing this, you're gonna increase your profit margin, double or triple of your profit margin, and without getting your client.
Okay.
Well, does this make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is so your funnel. So your funnel is here. Your funnel is in the middle. And so if you don't have a funnel, it's getting a bit harder because you don't have funnel. Mortgage brokers, they're gonna refer a client pretty much. Say give this guy the mobile, and then the vendor pretty much never call it because if they just get into your funnel and your funnel has an automated process to qualify them, nurture them, and also people looking for information as well. So is that more?
Just sitting there skating and then oh, sorry guys, I'll turn the voice.
Oh, good. Yeah, good. Well, so this is by the way, this is and from the research has been shown. One of the research, by the way, biggest companies are doing this. They're not just small company. Biggest company understand this. That's why they're doing this. This is research has been shown. It says that it takes about 6 to 7 times more expensive to attract a new customer than to retain an existing one. What it means that, let's say for as example, for tax accountant to earn more money, a tax accountant, it is 6 or 7 times more expensive for a tax accountant to get a new client, and rather than to sell an existing client a new product or services. So if you can explain this to the tax accountant, I totally get it. I say, I know it's so much harder, to get a new client because you can cost money, time, and effort. And if I can sell an existing client a new product, and the tax accountant, maybe he doesn't offer the product or service, but he can build a strategic partnership with you, so you can offer it. And also the second thing is more important. The probability of selling an existing client is up to 40% higher than the probability to selling a new customer. Well, if a tax accountant already built a trust and a relationship with the current client, so it's so much easier for him to sell your services. Because for him to get a new client is 14 times less likely to sell, to get the client, to buy as well.
Yeah.
And so that is why the business strategy works.
Okay.
Well, it does make sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I have my personal example as well. When I was looking for a tax accountant, and at that time I was I didn't know, but I have the business mentor. I've got one of the business mentor. I'm not sure he get a referral fee from the tax accountant or not. I'm not too sure, but he referred me to his a tax accountant. I can share with you, and I have no question. I paid the tax accountant the money. The tax accountant is quite expensive as well. It cost me about $1,000, about $100 to do the tax accountant. $1,000, for the zero account. So
okay.
I'm sure.
Can I just ask, Brett, are you receiving referral fees for some of these things, like tax accountants and I've just had a problem trying to get those type of relationships.
Okay.
Yeah, not really. So what I do is, well, it depends. So what I do is when I offer it to the client, so I've just done a 4-part webinar with an accountant.
Okay.
And he actually got more customers out of it than what I did, funnily enough. But I part of the package when I'm selling the investment property is I offer a consultation, initial consultation, and that's part of the webinar was educating people about, you know, why they're investing in property. Is it to is it for income at retirement, or is it to hand the property over to your kids when you pass on? And they're two different structures you need to have. And then I offer that a free consult. So and I pay for that out of commission. Some of the commissions we get are slightly higher for investment property than normal stuff. So, but he might say, oh, you know what, just don't worry about it. So that's the only way accountants don't really like referring much, really. So I don't know why, but yeah. But it is, I know what you mean, because sometimes they're not really earning a lot of money out of it. Not, they'll do a tax return for somebody, and it might be $500-600. So same with a mortgage broker trail, commissions are dropping and everything else. So I'm really after the client and the relationship, and I'll boost their income. So
thanks for sharing. Yeah, that's the road that I'm on, is I'm finding it difficult to get those relationships because they're already all struggling already. But maybe what I'll do is offer, it's coming out of my pocket, but it'll bring in more leads, more sales, more money, which will cover it, no problem anyway. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Jason.
Yeah, well, I totally get it. The first time, when you try, okay, by the way, the way I'm sure about it is not a referral. I mean, there's a difference between referral and strategic business partnership. Well, referral is kind of this one. Referral is kind of like it is once off. I wanted to maybe, I think maybe people has misunderstood the concept between referral and strategic partnership is not something most of small business owners know about it, because they don't know how to do it, and but one of the biggest companies, they were doing it. I give you an example so you understand the difference between referral. Referral is like this. Referral like this guy. This is one of my business coach. And another time I was asking this one, he refer a tax accountant called Proactive Business Service. And so another time I was looking for a tax accountant, and then I talked to a tax accountant. I was talking him, and I was talking to a tax accountant. The tax accountant sent me after the conversation, her name is Rima Kasi, and he did my tax. Oh, where's this guy? Yeah, so he did my tax, and but this is a referral, because the business coach maybe just refer the tax accountant to me. He may get to pay some fee, I'm not sure, but it's just once off, and it's good because I trust the business coach. The business coach just refer me the tax accountant, then I just go for a tax accountant. I don't know anyone I know, so it works. But this is something, this is a once off, which is if the business coach earn money, he only earn like a once off. But a strategic business partnership is okay. It is kind of like you and the. Let's go back to the slide. So strategic business partnership is you and the tax accountant who are in the same business. So let's say, but I only maybe take a bit of time to explain to the tax accountant as well, and there's an agreement can be signed, which is something called a strategic partnership agreement. You can sign, and to make sure in that same business. What I mean, you have to find some tax accountant you can trust. So basically, it's kind of like a it's kind of like a business partnership, but both of you guys own different different company, but in the same business. So the tax accountant has two services. One service is help the people with tax return, but another service is real estate agency services, which means okay, if his client finishes his service transaction, then the next transaction will be with an agent. So if he understands the concept, which is in the same business, then you will, what I mean is one, he will be more committed or more willing to do a referral. I'm not sure, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
I
I've just got the kids in the background, so I'm just going to stay in listen mode. Sorry.
I give example about this. And this strategy has been used by McDonald's. Okay, I show you, but this is a module 2, but I can share about you so you understand it, because if you just watch a video, you may not struggle about it. So McDonald's has a classical offer called $1 burger. I'm not sure you see on the TV ad. Anyone see like McDonald's $1 burger like this?
Yep.
Yeah, see it. So basically, this is the offer. It's really attractive. Normally, it's like a Mac. Big Mac normally sell like $7 to $8. Now they sell $1. Reason is simple. It's because they wanted to attract a lot of the people into the funnel. So when McDonald's, attract the people in the funnel, then they upsell people chips. The high school kids, they say, do you want a chips? Most people, $1 burger, they're likely to buy chips. Then do you want a Coke? Or do you want an ice cream? Do you want a big meal? So this is a McDonald's profit system as well. And McDonald's only make like $1.90 from the burger, and which actually they don't make much money from the burger. And McDonald's make $2.9 from the chips, and then make the other from the Coke. Then they make from a meal. So the profit, they like 8 times more profit from initial sale. So I wanted to make sure you understand the concept about integration marketing. By the way, do you think who is a strategic partnership with McDonald's to sell Coke? Anyone know it?
Coke.
Yeah, Coca-Cola. Do you think why it's not a Pepsi?
Coke's got more money to I don't know, maybe Coke contribute to the.
No, actually Coke
profit.
cannot turn Coke because this is Coke built a strategic partnership to distribute his product via McDonald's restaurant. So Pepsi cannot sell his Coke via McDonald's. Pepsi can go KFC. This is the difference between referral partnership and a strategic partnership. Referral partnership, I can refer client to you. I can refer client to mail. I can refer client to other agent. So your tax accountant can refer to one. Strategic partnership is, you have a partnership with a business partnership with a tax accountant, which is you guys are in the same business, just like a Coke and a McDonald's are in the same business. So McDonald's will sell Coke. They're not going to sell Pepsi. That is the reason why. So
okay, this is awesome. Thanks. This is great.
So this is the difference between referral partnership. Most of referral, they are not going to commit to help you because your business is your business. Their business is their business. Your income is just like a subsidiary. It's just whatever. It's not very small. But if you can explain to a way, say, okay, we are in the same business. You build something called a strategic partnership, then I give you example. One of the research has been shown. You'll be shocked. And some of the best company, like a Fortune 500 company. I'm sure it's Inc. 500 or. A big company that were doing this, and just a small company. Yeah, I think it's here.
mate's rebrand? You see my mate's rebrand? Jared? Jared's no longer LJ Hooker Walkerville. He's now Buffo Real Estate. Buffo? His last name. That's who spent $680,000 on remarketing.
You're kidding.
Looks fucking good too.
How does that?
I think it's their money. But I think I read about one of the research has been showed. I may find out later on. It says the average Fortune 500 company, they have let's say average Fortune 500 company. Look at Coca-Cola, McDonald's, and Apple. You know, they have average 139 strategic partnership. So company like Apple, you know, they have a strategic partnership with Telstra, you know, with Optus, and with with Vodafone. That's why Telstra, Optus, Vodafone, they distribute Apple's product. That's called a strategic partnership. That's how big company they use to market themselves. That's how big company use that. An average Fortune 500 company, every single one of them, average one, they have almost 139 strategic partnership with other company, big one or small one. So now, do you understand the concept of strategic marketing partnership now?
Yep.
Yeah. So, but this will be covered in the module 2. This is how you can, use something called a strategic partnership and to build your, build your value ladder. Once you build, then, and a good sense of the reason why I tell you the most important reason why the big companies they use strategic partnership. And well, even if some of the biggest marketing agencies they use a strategic partnership as well. Do you know who are the biggest marketing agency in the world? Like the biggest marketing agency?
No.
It is a platform we use every single day, pretty much.
Oh, Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook and Google, they are the biggest marketing agency in the world. And why is because Facebook and Google, they make pretty much 80 to 90% of the money by sales advertising to business owners. So they are the biggest marketing agencies in the world. But how does Facebook or Google grow their business? Do you know how?
I don't know, advertising revenue.
No, of course, their product is advertising revenue. But how do they get advertiser or business owner to advertise on their platform?
I don't know.
I don't know. I was going to say, I don't know. All I can think is research, but that's not the answer.
Okay. You can research about it, but idea research, strategic partnership. So basically, Facebook or Google, especially Google, what they do is one, Google has so many, okay, he has so many companies he partnered with, he does partnership with, and so many company, okay, so I give you example, especially Google ads, and this is something I didn't know it until I was running a digital marketing agency. So in Google, every digital marketing agency will be doing something called well, Facebook now, they have Facebook now, but Google, here certification. They have something like this. You can see here. So most of the digital agency will get, I'm not sure if you see someone's website have something like this. Have you seen someone's website have something like this? If you've been to the website, yeah. This is how. So Google, Facebook does the same thing as well. So Google use a strategic partnership, partner with the digital marketer or digital marketing agency. And why? Because the digital marketing agency and digital marketing agency, they deal with business owner all the time. So digital marketing agency get a business owner to advertise on Google's platform.
1960s colors, onboard.
So that is why Google use a strategic partnership to grow their business. And Google is the biggest marketing agency in the world. their marketing revenue is hundreds of billions of dollars, but they use a strategic partnership to grow grow the company. Now, can you see how big companies are growing now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, this one can apply to real estate agent as well. You don't even it's only applied to Fortune 100. No, it does not. It applies to almost every industry because why? Because every industry before your prospect come to you, they are dealing with some other business as well. So if that is a strategy, what you can do, partnership with the business owner, who deal with you, then you can get the client, from them by doing that. And especially for people, a lot of people, and I think just a few weeks ago, I was talking to Brett. I said, because I wasn't running Facebook ads for a while, so my Facebook ad account has been shut down. And by the way, has anyone saw someone's Facebook account has been shut down?
Oh no, I didn't know they did that.
Oh, well, so far I think Facebook has shut down many people's Facebook account now because why? Because of Facebook now they're trying to. By the way, my account has been shut down, and my account I cannot run any ads anymore because I haven't run ads for a while. So, so if the Facebook ads has been shut down, that means you are going to lose more of the traffic from your Facebook ads.
Okay, so we need to be consistently putting ads on. Thanks for that. I didn't realize.
No, it's not about consistent put ads on. Consistent put ads on is one strategy, but even if you consistently put ads on, your ads still may be shut down as well, and for some reason. But Facebook has just really, what I mean, if you Google search about it, people's Facebook ad has been shut down. You'll find a lot of research. A lot of people complain as well.
Yeah, I do know. Yeah, quite a few of my coaches have had theirs blocked or shut down.
Yeah, and so, by the way, everyone has a different reason has been shut down. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it can be you have to run ads for a while. Sometimes it can be maybe your ads against their guideline. Sometimes maybe your maybe they have all sort of the rules like a privacy policy to judge, to make a decision whether they should shut down your ads or not, shut down your account or not. And I don't have time. I guess I don't even know the rule because you have to read the guideline, but the guideline is really complicated. So the reason why, I think one of the reasons why I advise anyone need to do Facebook ads can be good because, but I would suggest that should be another stream of your lead source. But I think of everyone, the primary stream of lead source should become from strategic partnership, because every Fortune 500 company is using it. Let's say, if you are running ads, let's say you get a lot of the leads from Facebook ads, but one day Facebook has shut down your account, then you don't have leads anymore. That means all of your business has been gone. That means all of your income just overnight stop. What doesn't make sense? Well, hello.
Yeah, hi, still here.
Yeah, so that means if you just rely on one or two platforms, let's say Facebook ads or Google ads or SEO, for some reason, they shut down your account or change the algorithm, or that means your all of your traffic source just gone overnight. Then you're not gonna have any traffic come into your funnel. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the solution?
So the solution, I was in the past, I was trying to figure out, what's the solution as well. And so because everyone, I was facing Facebook ad being shut down. I saw some other, before Facebook ad shut down, I was doing Google ads, but I saw, in the past, you can run Google ads in the right column. Can you? Yeah, you know it?
Yes.
Yeah. But now you can see there's no Google ads in the right column now. Do you know the reason why?
Why?
Because Google removed it. Google removed the ads in the right side, and Google changed the algorithm. They removed it. So for the people in the past, if they get like a Google work like this, like a cost per click. If you get like a one click, then you pay $10. Let's say for real estate, you pay $10 get one click. And so if right column has been removed, That means your ad cost will be double or triple overnight.
Wow.
That means if it's okay, I get about $10 per click. That means I get about $20 per lead. So if the Google remove the right column, now you only have to compete with this one. If you just search about a real estate agent, Sydney, then you have to compete with this local agent finder, which real estate agent come, and I don't know what this is, but you have to only compete with them on the sweet spot. There's no right option. Google ads or Facebook ads work on it as some of the competition system. So the more the people wanted to rank higher, the more money have to pay for it. Then that means your cost per lead will be double or triple overnight.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that means so it is. I would say so. In the past, we was trying to figure out a solution, but once I understand something called strategic partnership, I showed you. Say, okay, I give example about it. Say if you find a mortgage broker in Sydney.
You going surfing, Dad, or just putting it on?
Okay, I give example how you can do strategic partnership in a. Let's say if some of the mortgage broker not willing to refer a client to you, but you can get them to refer leads to you as well. For them, let's say for them to get it ranked to the top, they have to pay a lot of money to Google ads, on the top as well. They may pay $10 or $20 per click, but that's their money, and you don't have to worry about. Let's use this example, Newcastle Permanent. I don't know this company, but you should open this one. And well, you can see this is a mortgage broker, okay? But this is how you can do it. This is a smarter way to do strategic partnership. For strategic, you can get a client from them, or you can get a lead from them. Get a client from them, which is getting refer client to you. But again, leads from you is most of them, once they go into let's say look for home loan. Most of them don't have a funnel on the website. They may inquiry. Once you put in name, inquiry, yeah. So once you put in all your contact detail, then do you know what are you gonna say? Once you start sending the inquiry, what's the next page you are gonna say? Anyone know it?
I guess the thank you page will be in touch soon.
Yeah, the thank you page. Yeah, definitely. Most of mortgage broker never understand the funnel. They only send people to thank you page. Once you send inquiry, they say, okay, thank you for your inquiry. We'll give you contact soon, and then bye bye. Or that's basically most of the people. And these people spend so much money to rank on the top. So what you can do is, and if I was you, and I'm not going to try to run ads on top, it's going to competitive. I will do, okay, I will integrate my funnel to their website, because once they go to thank you page, okay, once they finish the thank you page, then on the thank you page, you may say, okay, do you want to talk to a real estate agent? Because most people talk to a mortgage broker, want to get a home loan, they may interest about talk to a real estate agent as well. So on the thank you page, then you can click a link, get it and put a link, click a link, go into your funnel. Does it make sense?
Yes, it does.
So by doing this, I tell you this one. By doing this, you don't have to worry. You don't have to pay the cost per click, because the mortgage broker, like this mortgage broker in the Newcastle, he pays traffic, he pays so much money, and you may only pay the leads you get. Once the leads go into your funnel, then you may think about, okay, pay the mortgage broker the leads, but the leads are qualified. The leads already clicked ads, already submitted inquiry, then they go into your funnel. So you pay the most qualified leads, and you don't have to deal with if the Google suddenly changes if the cost per click going up, you say, okay, like this person, Newcastle, he may pay $10 per leads, some inquiry. And let's say his cost per lead going to 20 per leads. They pay for it. You don't have to pay for it. You may contact a mortgage broker. I only pay you $10 per lead. So Google ads or Facebook is changing. You don't have to do anything, and they do it. They take a risk. You take no risk.
Yeah, that's amazing. I can see where you're coming from. Like
Yeah.
how you could save money and be connected to these other strategic partners. I find it hard to do all the technical side as one agent, one woman. So
Okay.
yeah, I like that you planted the seed, and now I just have to get it in my mind that this is a possibility. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So let's say if it is hard to get it, then to get a client, because some people say, okay, I refer client to you. Maybe it can challenge. You can get them to refer leads to you. What it means, they get a leads, put your thank you page. On the thank you page, you say, okay, you may put an option, get into my funnel. Because on the thank you page, they're doing nothing. And by doing this, then you basically you just receive the leads from them, and you may negotiate how much you want to pay and leads for the mortgage broker as well. But the amount you pay is fixed. So, and the amount they pay is not fixed, because the amount they pay is depends on how competitive the keywords on Google search. Sometimes the keywords cost $10 per click, sometimes it costs $20, and who knows. But you pay for the mortgage broker is a fixed amount.
Yes. Awesome.
So the risk is on their side, not on your side.
So these are pretty big companies like Newcastle Permanent, and what an amazing job they've done to turn up in the Sydney search. So,
No, I think they are based on Newcastle mortgage broker. You may mortgage broker maybe is one, but if you're in a local area, you can do on other people. You can partnership, maybe do a tax accountant in let's say in the area like I'm living, local suburb. We still can find a tax return as well. Chatswood. This one will be small one. They're based on the Chatswood. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
So they are not a big ones. They're not like a Warzy Home Loans. They are not like a one. And they put this one, contact us. You know, they don't even have a landing page. They just contact us. And once people click contact us, going to leave name, email, then they go to a thank you page. And on the thank you page, then you can maybe ask the people, click the link, go into your funnel.
Okay, great.
So, by the way, mortgage broker, tax accountant, financial planner, I think property stylist, and a lot of people you can do strategic partnership. I think that's the foundation of your traffic source. That's what we covered in the module 4. And Facebook ads, Google ads, SEO, I will share as well. I think many share Facebook ads, but that will be the traffic source. It is alternative. So let's say because once you have a bit more marketing budget, so okay, I want to spend on Facebook ads, and this by doing strategic partnership, your return on investment is guaranteed, because you only pay for leads or you only pay for client. That's the reason why I would suggest anyone should be doing that, and that is the reason why Fortune 500 companies, they are doing that.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, I'm gonna actually explain more detail in module 4 about how to do the strategic partnership in the right way, and how to I'm just because you or Bray just bring the topic, I mean just share, I'll do it.
Thank you.
But because this one, because think about it, then not only the cost per click will be go up for social media changing. I'm not sure you heard about social media platform before Facebook. Anyone heard about MySpace?
Yeah, that was quick to come and quick to go.
Yeah, and it has been bought by News Corp. MySpace. Did anyone know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, by the bought by News Corp. So, and News Corp didn't make much money because Facebook has come out beating the MySpace. So that is one of the worst acquisition News Corp got.
Yeah.
Yeah, so News Corp bought the MySpace, and for the sort of MySpace is gonna big, and the News Corp, the guy, he just bought the MySpace, but MySpace when Facebook just come out and beat the MySpace, then, but in the future, who knows? Anyone can beat Facebook, and there's an app, it's called TikTok. I'm not sure anyone heard about TikTok. It's just getting crazy now, and anyone heard about it? Anyone? I thought, what is TikTok? and I found that it's really 14 language, and it is the number one most popular app, social media app now in the world now, and
Really? It's
yeah.
number one now. It's taken over Facebook.
No, it's not having taken over, but it's a number of people who use it, TikTok, and I don't know how
Yeah.
much from the number of people who use it. Last time I checked it, since like 2013, so TikTok has become the most downloadable app in the US or Chinese app now, and market 75 language, and so I don't know how many people use it. Pretty much in China, they got 800 million people use it. In the US, maybe another. So I can say they may reach 1 billion people use it. So in the future, maybe some new platform come out, and then people may move to a new platform. Then you have to, figure out, okay, a lot of people try to build a lot of followers on a platform like Facebook. But if a platform like Facebook is gone, a new platform come out, then it's another big job to figure out a new platform. So if you can figure out a strategic partnership, they're gonna figure out how to use a new platform. Like say TikTok come in, and I don't even know how to use TikTok, how to get in these as well, because it has no one figure out. But if you can do strategic partnership and partner with someone who have figured out and getting these from them, by doing that, it's gonna save so much of your time and effort as well.
Okay, sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, so that is just a more strategic way to think about it, and because most of the people who think about this one, okay, a new marketing strategy or new tool come out, I'm just jump on the new tool, try to learn it, everyone learn it. Then once they figure out and they become good at with the tool, then a new platform come out, then they jump on other tool, learn it and then master it. So before MySpace, and there is some other called 6 Degree or Findus there as well, and so they are social media, as well. And then MySpace come in. Then MySpace, after MySpace will be Facebook. Then Facebook, then TikTok come in. After TikTok will be another one come out. So it will be, there's no ending, by the way. The platform will keep pop up. There's no ending. And it's quite a time consuming to try to figure out each platform as well. So I just found, okay, the fast way is partner with someone who have figured out they can get a lead from that platform. Then you get a lead from them.
Okay. Good
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah. So this so if you can just focus on this, you will never worry about it. Google ads increase. You will never worry about a new platform come out. Or okay, what should I do about a new platform? Because this is the Fortune 500 company they are doing as well. Or even if they have the marketing team try to research each platform, but they use a strategic partnership as a primary marketing strategy to get a new client. That's what they are doing.
Okay.
Well, any question, Mel?
No, I'm glad that I got the end of it.
Okay.
I'm all good. Yeah.
So you finished module 1. Have you got any question from module 1?
No questions. I'm concerned with just the technical side. Like I have my ClickFunnels. I've never really been successful on my own of creating my own page.
Okay.
I did hire someone one time who helped just with the last finishing pieces to get the website up.
Yeah.
I feel like I might need to do that again, is to hire someone to create these funnels and templates.
Actually, we have the funnel template. I think last time I tried to share with you. Have you received my email?
Oh yes, I've done that one. But what I'd like to do is create I'll have the home seller guide as one funnel, and that's easy. But my main funnel is I want to just put I want to close. I want to have the video of what I do, and then the options like the for sale sign board, the photography, all the buy now, and then although it's not they haven't really, I haven't closed the deal because I still need to go and sign the agency agreement. But I have a commitment. It's not like I'm giving a free appraisal or getting a lead. I'm pretty much 95% closing. That's what I want to do.
Okay, so your main funnel is the website, yeah? So that's what you try to do.
Yeah, that's the only funnel I have now, but soon I'll have the home seller guide, the one that you've given me. That'll be one, which is good. I'm capturing leads. I'm getting names, addresses, and emails. But I just want to go straight in for the close. I want them to buy now with the click of a button and pay for all the photos, the floor plans, all of that type of stuff.
Well, is there any way you can share with me your funnel so I can, you know, have a look at it now?
That's what I'm saying. You can go into my ClickFunnels account, I suppose that would work. But the only funnel I have is yeah, my website one and the one that I've started that you have shared.
Okay, sure. So
I need to find someone and pay someone to design what it is.
To design what? To design.
Yeah, I want to have a full sales process where I offer what it is that we do, how I differentiate, and then just the options for the for sale signboard, the photography, the floor plans.
I got it, mean, sure, yeah. Okay, so for that one, yeah, I totally got it, mean. That will be your process. So I can give you someone, and I think that are good. It can help you. I share you.
Oh, thanks. That'd be amazing.
I use them. They are good. They are the #1 quick funnel designer on Upwork, and the course is quite effective as well. It's not really expensive, and they're based on the in here. By the way, they don't work with me. I just hire the people freelancer from Upwork, and I just found a good one. Then I can refer to you.
Yeah, thank you. It saves us the time of sorting. And
yeah, because otherwise you have to post a job. So then this is the person, Lukeman.
Okay, I'll just take a snapshot.
No, I will take a link. I will send a link to you so you know. Then they have a company called Sneak Funnel.
Yes.
I share with you. Then you can just talk to them, because otherwise you have to post a job on Upwork and try to interview them, try to hire them. So the cost is $25 per hour, and you can negotiate. I mean, it depends on, but it's not very expensive, $25 per hour. But I checked
but is that US? I guess that's US.
They are based on Pakistan, and they but these people, they have I think I hired them to build the funnel. Home center funnel actually is built by them as well. So they can do all the integration, like payment gateway, CRM, like all the stuff. And they have, and they, so this, where is a company called Sneak Funnel? No, Lukeman.
So how many hours did it take them to build your funnel, or an approximate cost?
Well, for that funnel, I would suggest you and I charge a fixed price, because the hours take, because who knows, I normally I don't pay them hourly, because I work out in the past, sometimes they're not productive, sometimes they you don't know what they are doing for you, because they are in Pakistan. I don't have a camera to record what they are doing in the office, so they may doing chat while building my funnel. So I normally try to negotiate a price. Say, I ask them how many hours they take. I don't know how many hours it normally take, but it depends on the funnel. And depends on what, you may need to talk to them to say, okay, then ask them how many hours they take. Then once they tell you how many hours, they will give you roughly how much. Then you say, okay, the money is 25 hours times the money. And you never pay them hourly. Why? Because you pay them hourly, sometimes they,
that's right. Yeah, the hours could go on and on and on.
Yeah, on and on. So you ask them, you let them tell you how many hours, because they can tell you how many hours. I don't even know how many hours as well. And then you say, okay, this is the price. You wanted to pay the price I charge. Times how many hours. You say, okay, I'm going to pay that fixed price. And then, so they for them, okay, so that's a way to do it. I mean, the company is called Sneak Funnel. They're the #1 quick funnel designer on Upwork. So that's why I hired them.
Sure. Yeah. All right. So do you think, like, just on average, because I really have no idea where to start, like I know for a website page, I think they paid maybe like $200 for them to help with a website page. So do you think like a funnel is going to be, say, 200 Australian, or maybe more like 500 or and upwards?
Well, it depends on like what kind of website you're trying to build.
Oh, mine was just a one-page, very basic, and I'd done most of it on my own. It was just a few little things like connecting links and so there was very minor what they had to do. They just had to polish it really and then get it up onto the internet. I hadn't learned how to get the funnel live, the little things like that.
Okay, so this is a technical part. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I saw less than $100 you can get our work done. Yeah, it's not going to be, because if you just on a one page, like what it said, it's not, I mean, the 25 is USD dollars, so roughly about $33. Yes, but let's just say less than $100 you can get it done. Yeah, so should be okay. So these guys, these are about like 8 people. They are based in Pakistan, and they are the #1 quick funnel agency on Upwork. That's why, and then you can just hire them. I mean, not every expensive though, $25. But if you look at Australia, to build I talked to a funnel designer in the US just for the home center, the funnel. He only charged $5,000, and I only paid them about less than $200 as well for the thing. So and looks like they are really good, and I designed, so I can just share about the company. I can share about his profile to you. I can email you now, and then you can talk to him to to get your to mail.
Thank you.
Which one I use? Info.
Yeah, info@melrosamond.
Okay, sure. Let's see.
Thanks for sharing that. I see I need to go and fix up my image. All my accounts on Google are all mixed up. So thank you. That will be a high priority.
Okay. So, and also, is any integration you think you need help?
Yeah, so they do that, do they?
Yeah, they do that. So they do. So this guy said they do a lot. So not just help people funnel. They do. Here's what we professional. I'll do open page, sales page, thank you page, and download page. They use action tricks, action funnel, set up product, watershare. They do payment gateway integration. Let's say you want to pay for floor plan, they will integrate with Stripe or PayPal. They integrate with CRM like MailChimp. They integrate with Webinar. They integrate with WordPress. So I think they can do most of the technical stuff for you. And
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
And I'm just share about it there. That's it. That's this guy's name. His name is Luke, man. His company is called Sleep Funnel.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate that.
That's okay. Great. So I'm going to send it to you. So, anything else? Do you think you have a question about it? I mean, if I have any resource, I can share with you. Anything else?
No, that's all. That's been amazing. Thank you.
And also, let's say for module 1, only just because I had a bit of conversation with Brett and found out his target audience. So what is your target audience? Have you worked out?
Yeah. So home sellers in a specific area for the moment, still back there. So it's basically anyone that's selling a home. And then when I narrow it down, I've just used past clients, the ones that I enjoyed working with. Yeah. Like I gave them a name, like the Ray and the Nancy, and they were 2 retirees that were wanting to, they had realized that, they responded to one of my campaigns in a letterbox brochure that life is short, live your dream, the time is now. And I inspired them to, sell their house, get a caravan, travel Australia, and then they relocated closer to family. And yeah, they were, yeah. So I've got a few different clients like that, but basically my target audience is anyone that has a property to sell in the specific areas, my patches.
Okay, but anyone who has a property want to sell in as the area. Let's say, let's start with. I think I have the. You know, have you got the Word document where have 25 questions like help you identify your target audience? Have you got the Word document in that teaching?
Not so much in front of me right at this second. I don't have it. I would, yeah. Like originally I was going to say, you know, I want to focus on water properties with river, ocean, lakes, holiday houses, that type of thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to leave it too narrow that I could miss out on other opportunities.
Okay. That's okay. You know, at the beginning, you know, you can just have the audience as a, you know, everyone sell the property for sure. But then, okay. So I would suggest you, you know, go through the Word document because it will help you even if you found the target, you know, people in that area. That's a geographic, and the most important one I think in the question. I'm not sure. I have the question.
See, and also too, like since I did that like 4 weeks ago, I had it all in my mind with that. I have made a couple of changes just in the last 2 weeks where I probably have to go back, reassess, and perhaps even reconsider, because I did end up joining that EXP, the world, you know, with 30,000 agents across the globe. So, and that's only been in the last 2 weeks. So I think I can go back and then have a better look now that, now that that's all changed.
Okay, Joe. Okay, great. And so pretty much I quickly go though, because this one, the reason why I spend a bit of time with Brett, you know, work out his target audience. Well, this one is critical because all of your funnel, all of your Facebook ads, all of your, you know, you're gonna find a strategic partnership and who you're gonna go into. That all depends on who your target audience is. So if you know, not very clear about your target audience. I mean, this one is demographic. They are quite a geographic. I think it's quite a money. And how much money do they earn? I think this is money. So the war, you know, how many children do you have? What are they going to call? So that one is one. I think the most important one you should look at would be this one. What kind of community they joined, and what's a belief or they have. So let's say for the people, you know, like for the people in your area want to sell the property, do these people go to church? Do these people, I'm not sure, depends on the local area, like in your local area. And what kind of religion do they believe as well? What kind of communities they are very active?
Yeah, okay.
Do you know it?
I didn't narrow it down so much as to be specific with churches and things like that, but obviously, like when I was keeping it local with my approach when I did the assignment, like the ones that are following Lauder's real estate, LJ Hooker, the ones that are involved with the local soccer club, where most families, most residents are connected to the local soccer club. So.
Okay, local soccer club would be, then that would be one, you know, which is great, a strategic partnership to do as well. So local soccer club, I mean, by the way, it is a non-profit organization or it is.
Sorry, what was the question?
For the local soccer club, is a non-profit organization.
Yeah, non-profit organization. There is a problem in that the other competitor already has the strategic partnerships or the sponsors with those organizations. I have been successful to get in one netball club, but this is what I'm saying. That's more on a local level. But now that I'm expanding and I want to go bigger, I'll probably, and which is based on more referrals. Yeah, I need to go back over that and choose something more. Okay. But then I'm still learning as well because. I wanted to go more national or global, but the problem is the license doesn't allow that. So that's why I've taken it back to my original approach, is more local or at least within the state.
Okay. Then I can say the marketing strategy applied to either local or national, because it is a principle, you know, work. So let's say let's just start with local, okay? In your local area, let's say your target people, you know, who want to sell the property and in a local area. So so before the people want to sell the property, and who do you think they talk to?
Yeah, so luckily that where I'm from is a very small town.
Yeah.
So there's very specific groups. So like I said, with the soccer club or the netball club, if I was targeting the soccer club alone, I would already take, you know, probably 25% of people that I'm trying to target just by that alone. Or the people that like the local club, like Club Old Bar, they've liked that page. They go to the club for dinner, or the local tavern.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a small town, it's very easy, and not many people, are on Facebook or social media, so it's easy to target, you know, those type of people that are following those pages.
Yeah. So actually, a small town that has an advantage as well. It's not a disadvantage, because it's much easier to target. Not too many. I guess not too many. You know, community. So it's much easier to target as well. So low carb and dinner. So okay.
So I started a Facebook page called Old Bar News. There's only 1,600 homes in Old Bar.
Yeah.
The population is approximately 4,000, including retirees and kids. And already I think I have maybe like 1,200, 1,400 residents of Old Bar, which is pretty much almost all the town. So by targeting those groups, like there's another one called Old Bar Community, which is by my competitor from LJ Hooker. If I follow these groups, it pretty much has everybody that's on social media in the town.
Yeah, well, even if like you have competitors there, that's not a hard goal. So the first one is so if you have the local, you know, soccer club and a local bar, you know, you can do strategic partnership with them. And then what you can do is how you're gonna differentiate yourself with LJ Hooker, you know, your competitor, and that's what be in the first module as well. I talk about the irreversible warfare. Have you worked on your warfare yet? Like what is a product or service you can pack in your warfare? Have you worked out that?
Yeah, was focusing on my offer, but in the wrong way. Like I said, I was really trying to get out of capturing leads, and like I know they're important, but I was really trying to put my highest priority of going straight for the close, of packaging up. But now I will go back and recreate the offer, and I'm going to add lots of, you know, what you were saying before, add all the pest and building, like maybe not, I can't do that for free, but it'll be a discount. And I want to now, like, I try not to choose just one too, because it is such a small town, but I might, if by signing up with me, you might get 4 different vouchers for the local restaurants. So like as a package, just all these little things that don't cost too much, and adding all that as value for them.
Okay, so let's just quickly work out maybe, you know, so your offer will be like a restaurant voucher.
Restaurant voucher from the I want to include the conveyancer. Like there's one conveyancer, I really like her, so obviously I can't pay the full $1,250 for conveyancing fees. But maybe I will have the initial conveyancing fees, which is usually $250, that I could maybe cover things like that.
So are you gonna is gonna take out from your own pocket? You don't have to pay for it?
I'm going to try and it has to, conveyancer services. I was going, because she won't, she's very by the law, and she's the one that said, oh well, you know, we can't do that because it's illegal, she told me. So everything that I give to her would probably have to be out of my own pocket. So that's not very good. I can't really, there's nothing in it for me, for her.
So you know, so the conveyancer cannot give you any referral fee. Do you think he can or he cannot?
But no, she said she can't, and that's what I want to look into more, because I guess she would know. She's very she's always training and up to date, and she has said that it's illegal that she can't
Okay,
give
then
any referral.
this one, you
So I have
can do this one. You don't have to do it one. They can say, okay, there is one thing you can do. This is
maybe the pest and building
no,
inspection.
this one. I tell you, okay,
yes.
convincer. Let me come out with a solution that can help you.
Yes.
And so, by the way, so let's say he can, convincer, he can, if if he can give you referral, how much would that be? $100, $200, or how much?
For conveyances.
How much? If he can give you referral.
Oh, yeah, I think 10% would be fair. So if most of them are charging $1,600 or $1,200, $100 would be
$160. That's a referral fee, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So of course it cannot give you referral fee. That is totally okay. But what it can do is one, and so this is something you need to think about. It is called I'm not sure, called a barter trade.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what is a barter?
Yes, like exchange for services.
Yeah, exchange for it. So this is a old, before money come out, is something called a barter trade. But there's a company who are doing that, and they can do it. So you can get is a convincing services. Convincing, how much he charge? He charge about let's say he charge about $1,600. That's how much he charge. Yeah.
Yeah, this one in particular, $1,250.
Let's say $1,250.
Yeah, she's lower.
Again, the referral fee would be $125. That's a referral fee. So so what you can do is you say you cannot give it a referral fee for sure, and but what you can do, as you can ask the convincer and to buy. There's a company you can do it. You can, okay, you don't have to give me a referral fee, but okay, what is your vendor may need it, to sell the property? What the vendor you may need it?
Sorry.
Okay, when you
the actual barter card. Yeah. Okay.
When your vendor sell the property, what kind of a service or product they need it? Do you know it?
So when my vendor sells a property, what type of product they need or service?
Yeah.
Like in a way of strategic partnerships, you mean?
No, I'm talking about this one. Okay, when someone sell a property, okay, let's say they may need to talk to a mortgage broker to get a loan approved because they need to buy a new property. They may need like a financial services. When the people sell a property, they may need like a kitchen bathroom renovation or property stylist to stage the property.
Yeah.
So that's a product or service they needed, like before or when they sell the property. Yeah.
Yeah, handyman. Like
handyman. Yeah. So you understand what I mean. So okay, then this is a more strategic way to do marketing. A lot of people know that. So there is a company called Bartercard Australia. This company, Bartercard Australia, and I use them as well. And barter trade, yeah, the
yes, yeah, I do.
So the company called Bartercard Australia. What you can do, they have so many companies partner with them, and you can partner with them as well. And I don't have an account. I'm not sure whether the account has been disabled or not. I haven't used it for a long time, and I may go into log into the account. I show you how it works.
So do you think if I become a member and then the conveyancer became a member and the pest and building inspector became a member, this will be beneficial?
Yeah, I give you example. I give you example about this. How is it gonna work? I'm not sure have they, but I'm sure because across Australia they have lots of the, trades services, in their category. So how is it gonna work? This one is, I think both your convincer and you need to become a member. So convincer become a member, and he cannot give this one, but he can pay money to buy barter trade dollars. They call something called a barter dollar. Let's say your vendor need what else? When they sell the property, they may need maybe cleaner, yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. They'll sell property. They mean a cleaning equipment, product, hygiene, vacuum system, water, pest control, commercial. I don't know what kind of cleaning you want, a window cleaner. I give example. Maybe you need a window cleaner, yeah? Okay?
Yeah.
So your vendor, okay, they ask the convincer, they say, convincer, okay, you don't have to pay me the referral fee, but you go to the barter trade card and buy, and then And the barter trade will give you the 1,000 barter trade. There's a car as well. I can show you. I'm sure it's still in my pocket. And sure. I mean, I used it in the past. So they're gonna get a car like this. Can you see it?
Yes. Yes.
And there's a $1,000 barter card dollars in there. It's $1,000. They can use it to redeem $1,000 worth of services.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
So people can pay money. You know, this is work like this, and this normally work for. I'm not sure whether work in your area, but depends. But if you go global or national, this definitely works because what you can do, and so let's say conventioner has $1,250 and 1 to 5, it is your referral fee. You say 1 to 5, you don't have to pay me, but what you can do, you can go to the barter trade and buy a window cleaner and pay a window cleaner services. And window cleaner services, then you refer to your vendor. You say, vendor, you know, Mr. Vendor, you don't have to pay the window cleaner services because we paid for you. And then this will become one of your service in your one. So you don't take a referral from your conventioner. Your conventioner pay for the fee with the barter card. Then you got the service for your vendor. And this is the service you can put in your offer.
Okay. So sorry, I'm just trying to get my head around it because it's a new concept. So
Okay.
how does it, the money or benefit or barter card points come back to me? Because she's going to charge more, is it? Or how does it? Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how it ends up in my bank account.
Let me slow down the speed. Okay, so let me use the let's use the, where's my notes? Okay, notes should be here. So 1 to 5 is a referral fee, the conventional for you, yeah, for you.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, then because the conventional legally he cannot pay for you, yeah, it's legally cannot do it, yeah.
That's
because
right.
regulation, yeah. Then you ask a conventioner to do 1 to 5 for the vendor cleaning services, and he is going to the 1 to 5. He use it to pay for the services. So the 1 to 5 is used to pay for the services
By the conveyancer.
Yeah. So
I see.
pay for it. Then you ask the vendor. They ask your vendor. They say, okay, you know, we have you know, mail has paid vendor cleaning services for you to clean your property before sale, before put on the market, before selling it. Then this value, you can see 1 to 5.
Yes, fantastic. Okay, that's
then
wonderful.
this will be one of your. So if you think about your offer, we call it irreversible offer.
Thanks, Jason. I understand now what you're saying.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying. Yeah? So you say, okay, I offer you real estate agency services.
Yeah, that's brilliant. All right.
Real estate agents.
I don't think cleaning fees could be 21.
Okay, but
yeah,
I give you.
I need to choose something else that I can package in that will be $125.
Yeah, but that is a really small things. Maybe.
But that's brilliant.
You know,
I get the concept. Thanks.
You get the concept. And not only work with the conventioner, maybe work with other. So if someone, you know, you can use a barter, you know, trade to do this. So you say this is the service LG Hooker they offer as well, core services. So you help the people. You know, if you want listing presentation, you help the people market and sell. You say, okay, I help you market your property, put on real estate account. So every agent doing it, and LG Hooker they are doing as well. We are agent. Their agent is doing as well. So if you go into listing presentation with LG Hooker, you offer same services, and you have a disadvantage because you, you know, just started the business. LG Hooker has been in the market for a while, yeah. Yes. Hello. Hello.
So it's good. Thanks.
Hello.
Sorry, Jason. It's just the internet's weak at the moment.
Okay, sure. That's all right. But can you hear me?
Hi. Sorry, I kept losing you.
keep losing me. Let me change on other internet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's better now. Yeah.
It is better
I
now.
think it's my internet, maybe.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sure.
No, it's not. It must be at my. Oh, hello.
Hi, hello.
That's better. Thank you.
That's better. Let me see. I'm just reconnect with the internet.
Maybe it was from my end. I'm not sure.
But can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you fine.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Then let's say go back to the one. So let's say LG Hooker. So you know you offer same service. So let's say you may offer window cleaning services. Well, you don't offer this one, but you offer this one. That is as a as a but as add on, you don't offer this one, but you get someone else to offer, and then you may offer what else service do you think you can offer?
Free floor plans. If they give me the floor plans, I can give them free floor plans. That's a little, yeah. Look, it's only $10 or $15 out of my pocket. Better just to pay that. That's only if they give me the plans actually. So that could get a bit complicated.
And $20. What else? What else do you think you can add on into your offer? You can package into your offer
for free. Well, there was a promotion where I was approached and it was very similar to that holiday vouchers that you were sending. I was considering getting that, and they do the funnel, they do everything. If they, give them a free holiday voucher, like they're $97.
Free holiday voucher. I mean, yeah, it can work, and so. By the way, the service, the offer, the service I want to put in it is a service the vendor may need to help them sell the property. If you can package more service, because cleaning service definitely needed. They need to sell the property, definitely need a cleaner. Otherwise, they are not. And they definitely need most of the vendor pretty much think about property stylist.
Yeah. So the only thing is, like then it's then coming out of my pocket. Like I don't have relationships with these people, like a property stylist, or how do I make that work?
Okay, how do you make it work? Is same as well. Barter card. You can use barter trade. So, let me just quickly do it. What is the area you are doing? Tell me the suburb you located.
Closest one is Taree. It's not where I work, but it's
how to spell it? How to spell it?
Taree.
Let's say TAR. Yeah, I found it. And okay, I don't find cleaner, but just find what kind of business can find a TAR.
It's not a problem because I can find cleaners and then have them become a barter card member. That's not a problem.
Okay, so Taree and all the categories, so corporate giftware and Australia trader, BNI, North Coast England, accountant, more tax accountant, just return. So barter kind of caliber banding and laser banding, finger care, expand research. Well, not too many.
No.
This barter card is a company you do it. They just offer the car and you can do it. But if you cannot find on the list, what you can do, you can negotiate as well. You can do this by yourself. This barter card is a company who are doing this barter trade things. But a barter trade, barter has been there before. a long time ago, barter. You know barter, yeah?
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, so you don't have to rely on the barter car company to do it. I mean, barter company doesn't cover every area, every suburb, but the concept is simple. The concept is, let's say, a property stylist. What you can do, the property stylist. So you go to approach the property stylist, then you say, okay, I can refer my client to you. You don't have to pay me referral fee, and you just need to give my vendor discount.
What about a free styling consultation? So the local stylist goes there and gives them their consultation. Do this, and it's free. Then they might sign them up themselves for whatever price they charge, but I've given that free consultation that they got. It's like a free appraisal where the agent goes around, does the free appraisal, tries to get the listing, while the stylist will give one free styling consultation.
Yeah, that can work as well. But the good thing about this way is, the vendor needs the services, and if he going to poach the, service provider, either the property stylist, he need to pay what they are asking for. But if the vendor go through you, because you have the relation, you already negotiate the deal, then the vendor will pay less money to get the services. That is how you can bring value to the vendor. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that is why if you can, the basically is a negotiation. I think it's not hard because property stylist, you say you don't have to pay me referral fee. Property stylist actually is quite expensive as well. I'm not sure in your area, but in Sydney they charge about 30K to 50K to do a whole styling for 3-bedroom, property. Then
yeah,
they may pay like 5%. You say don't have to pay much, 5%. That will be already about $1,500. So then you can say you don't have to pay me referral fee. Okay, just my vendor come to you, you give them a discount. Does it mean?
Yeah.
So by doing this, you talk to your vendor. You say, okay, I have a property stylist, and who normally charge about $3,000, 30K, and but because I have the relationship with the property stylist, so so what I mean is this one. So if you go by yourself, go and poach it, and then you're gonna pay 30K. But if I refer you to the property stylist, and you only need to pay 2,850K, so save about like $1,500.
So should I just approach one of those property stylists and ask them to give my clients just a 10% discount, and then I just simply package it up on the offer and
this one, just don't ask and just give you a discount. This one, okay, you have to because no one willing to dig it. Property stylist say, why do I need to give you a window discount? Just you have to explain like this way. Say, okay, I'm happy to refer client to you, and you don't have to pay. I give you an example about it. I'm not sure for property. So let's say if the property do advertising, he may do local newspaper advertising. Yeah, he may do social media marketing. Yeah. And he may do letterbox dropping.
Yeah.
Or the person may do I'm not sure property styling, so they may go to networking instead of being out there, and then the person may the property stylist may so there's a money cost. This is a fund. This is a money. They have to pay money to. This is a marketing cost. They have to pay for it, and also the time. They have the time cost as well. Like go networking. Maybe it's a free networking, but the time and effort.
Yes, that's right.
And so what are you doing? So if you just refer, and you refer your vendor to the property stylist, and because your vendor trusts you, and so the property stylist doesn't have to spend all of the marketing costs to get a new client, doesn't have to spend a ton of effort to build a trust, and then so this one you need to communicate and say, okay, this one how much would be cost then to do it if they even do it. They must have a cost, maybe costing for $1,000, $2,000 to get a new client, depends. But they know the cost. maybe they don't know the cost, but they know it either costs time, money, or effort. And you can put out, you can tell them a price figure. Okay, maybe it's $1,000. How about this one? So I refer my client to you, and then you don't have to pay the $1,000 for this. Then you take the $1,000, get the $1,000 to my vendor. So, so they don't lose any money. They still keep the profit because for the money, for the money they get, not only they get it from sales, the property style list.
Okay.
Style list. They have their service. Okay, let's say service, the price they charge, let's say 30K. 30K. But that is not, that is.
I can't see your screen. Can you share it?
I'm trying to share my screen. Sorry.
That's okay.
I mean.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say property style needs, and then they do the $1,000, and the 30K is a price they charge. So that's a sales, yeah, that's a sales. And then they have the cost as well. That's a marketing cost, and mainly is marketing cost. Then they have the net profit. So the marketing cost, if the marketing cost for them to get a new client is, let's say $2,000, then the net profit for them, I will have other costs as well. Maybe, I don't know, maybe operational cost.
Yeah, that's right.
So for them, they get a product. Okay, let's say they will be less than 28K. So so the value you bring to the property manager is to eliminate the marketing cost, and then you tell them, okay, you can take the cost and give to your vendor as a discount. Maybe you don't have to give 2,000, but you can give to 1,000 or 1,500. By doing this, property style needs can say, okay, I don't have to pay so much money and spend so much effort on doing marketing, get a new client, and that's help me save money. Then your vendor can say, okay, I don't have to pay property style needs 30K. I can just pay him 28K or maybe 29K. So you help the property stylist, save money. You help your vendor save money. Then this will be packaged into your offer. Then when you're going to compete with LG Hooker, you're going to tell the vendor, this is a LG Hooker offer. Every agent offer this, but this is my offer. And as you stack more and more, property stylist is one, maybe another one could be builder, could be painter, and it could be landscaper, and gardener, and maybe electrician.
Yes.
Or maybe a furniture removing company as well, because they need a remove company in another one. But the idea is the marketing strategy is the same because now say furniture moving. Furniture moving company normally charge about a few $1,000 as well. Let's say $2,000. If you can negotiate a deal, because vendor sell the property, they need to move to some other either renting or buying your property. They need a furniture moving company, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Then you can negotiate a deal, get it done like a property stylist. Then you can work out more of the money you can save. Then this will be your unique selling point. This is the marketing unique selling point. When you're going to compete with, even if you are a new agent, like LG Hooker have been there for a long term, he has the biggest market, don't have to worry about it. You're going to bring so much value, and LG Hooker just only sell the property.
Yeah, okay, awesome. So I'll do the same approach. Rather than trying to get money out of them, I just ask them to pay it forward to my clients.
Yeah, and also when you justify your commission, let's say LG Hooker charge 2% and you charge 2%, then you can justify. This is most of the agent find it's very hard to justify commission. I know it's harder but it's harder. You can justify it. So LG Hooker charging 2% commission. They help you sell property. Like put on realestate.com.au, domain.com.au. I do this as well. But apart from doing this, I also bring this. So can you say you pay 2%, you get that. You pay 2%, you get this.
So my approach has always been to try and not exclude everyone. Like I try to always promote all of the builders in the town, and on my website I was going to have just a database of all of the builders. But with this approach, I really should stick to one, like be loyal, build a loyal relationships, is what you're saying?
Yes, yeah, I would suggest you one, because you want to find one good builder, deliver good services, and also the builder willing to give discount as well.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
I don't suggest you use the word discount, but you can just explain to them. Okay, you can say this would be you know, this will be the money you don't have to pay for marketing, advertising. Then because the discount sounds like they are losing money. Do you get what I mean? The word
I think
sounds
with
like
the builder, builder, because it's a large money, then I will probably get a referral fee. But the rest of them that are minor, then I will ask them just to pay it forward to my client, everyone except the builder.
Yeah, well, even if you don't get a referral fee, you don't have to worry about it. You still need to, you still can say, okay, you still can refer to your vendor as well. Why? Because if your vendor go out there by themselves, it costs your vendor a lot of time and effort to find someone good one, you know, to do it. You say, if I find a good one already, so this is a value you can bring to your vendor as well. By doing this, it still works.
Thank you. It's all coming together. I get it all.
So you get it what? So the first module is really important. First module, you find out who your target audience is. So who, and let's say for you is the people want to sell the property. Once you know who, then you thought about it. Okay, what is the offer? Your offer. Let's say what you're selling. What your offer.
Yeah. So
we call it irresistible offer because it is really irresistible. It is then you're gonna find out, because once you know who and what's the offer, then you're gonna find out where are the people. These people will depend on who. So where will depend on, actually it's quite simple as well. So if you are living in a local town, when people want to sell the property and the people need to let's say contact your conventioner for sure, and then you can get a leads or prospect from your conventioner, and then you also, so that will be the who. So strategic partnership you can do with your conventioner as well. What you can do with the kitchen renovation, because someone wanted to renovate or kitchen or property stylist, because then like Tom Pando said in the gym, you need to become the agent before they need an agent. So when before people need an agent, they need to talk to property stylists, they need to talk to the local tradespeople. So you become their agent before they need an agent. So when they need an agent, and all of your strategic partnership will refer to you.
Yes. Okay.
And they were gonna refer to your funnel, not to your just give you your mobile, because that's a funnel gonna be useful, because in your funnel you're gonna have that webinar going to help you educate your prospect why need you. And that sense can be automated as well. The reason why you need a funnel is because that sense can automate. If they
that's right.
if they just refer to you, I found it's quite hard for them to refer, because let's say a conventioner, they are not willing to give the contact detail of the client to you because of privacy, because they may, but they are willing to do this one. They are willing to just tell the client about you have a website, tell a URL, then tell the client to go to the website. The client can enter the contact details by themselves. By doing this, your conventioner doesn't feel, okay, I'm just, I'm just give the client's contact detail to you. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because for a referral partner, let's say I refer someone to you, I give you my contact detail to our other business. I feel like sometimes you have this kind of feeling. You feel okay, because of the privacy, because But if your conventioner ask your vendor, say, okay, go to this website, which your founder's URL, you can watch a webinar and learn about the mail, about what his offer, how he can help you sell your property. Then it is so the conventioner doesn't feel, okay, I give my client's contact detail to you. They will feel, okay, I tell their client, did it by themselves. So he doesn't feel have any responsibility for that.
Yeah. I just thought another idea too, like with the conveyancing, because quite often I take all the client details and then I pass it over to the conveyancer. Maybe I just put the price, the deposit, because they need to pay $250 initially. I'll just add that to my fee, when they list with me, you know, they need to pay for marketing. I just add the $250, and then that way it's all taken care of. They're getting conveyancing as a part of my service. They don't have to go and choose a conveyancer. They don't have to go and pay the deposit. They don't have to spend time on the phone, because by signing with me, it's all taken care of. I have their details. I've taken the deposit, and then I just give it straight to the conveyancer.
Oh, good. That will be even better, because you have more control of the process, and you then this will be the value you can bring to a conveyancer. The conveyancer doesn't have to answer the phone call. He just get a client, you know, do the work.
Yeah. And I've already taken the deposit. Yeah, so that's what I'll do.
Yeah. So by doing this, then so by doing this, then you this is truly a marketing secret. A lot of people really don't know about it, because in a long time, a lot of people just has been misunderstood. Sort of marketing now, digital marketing come in, you know, it's about technology, it's about tech savvy. Of course, I learned about it in the past. I was started with the internet marketing, which learn about the world of SEO. But as I learn more and more marketing, I found out. I think there's one person told me this, that changed the way I been your marketing. And he said about your network is your net worth. I'm not sure you heard about this. Your network is your net worth.
Yes.
Yeah. So think about it. If your network is your net worth.
Yes.
Then do you know your net worth? And that means the more network you have got, which is the more strategic partnership you have got, then the more net worth you have got.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Because more network, that means more relationship you have with the people, and the relationship. By the way, the reason why people need to spend money on advertising or marketing, that's like, and people need to, you know, advertise on Facebook and spend money is because you need to, you know, show people, you know, your branding and build a trust so many times, and take time to build a trust. That's why you have to show people ads so many times. Then people can say, okay, your brand has been, you know, keep reminding, you know, in their brain. But that is why. But the reason why advertising exists is advertising is used to build a trust with the prospect. But if you can leverage someone else's trust, which is leverage someone else's network, because a conveyancer already have a trust with the client, then you can leverage his trust to get a client. Then you don't have to, you can eliminate the advertising cost. So trust is one of the, if you think of trust or relationship, let's say relationship, I think equal to money. Truly, it is equal to money, but it is intangible money.
Yes.
Do you get what I mean? Relationship actually is type of money as well. Most people don't know about relationship is type of money. It is because I'm not sure you have. By the way, before I was doing marketing, I joined a lot of the, you know, multi-level marketing. Have you joined any multi-level marketing?
Well, I have just recently, so.
Okay. Well, network marketing, and I joined 4 as well, and network marketing. The reason why, initially I didn't know the business model. I said, why do I need to ask a family, friends, or someone else? Because network marketing, they realize the best way to market their product or services is leverage your relationship, because you have a relationship with your family, with your friends, with your cousin, with your, you know, then they leverage your relationship, so you can, you know, sell the product for them. That is how network marketing builds their business model. That's why it's called network marketing.
That's right.
So because I have a background in network marketing, so So my mindset, I think way I understand is different from other just digital market. Other digital market only work about like cost per click, and CPC, CPL. Well, but I understand, I understand which is just, I don't know. I think I understand the psychology side rather than the technical side. The technical side, which is cost per click, yeah, it is. But every click is different. Let's say someone cold leads, quick ads, and then you pay $10 for the cold leads. Or it is a leads from your referral partner. Let's say someone refer to you, your conventioner, and the conventioner and quick ads, and you still pay $10. Do you think the cost per click will be equal? Do you think it's going to be equal?
Yeah. Yeah.
It is not equal, yeah, because the $10 for cold leads, you're gonna spend a long time. Pay $10 for a cold leads, you get a cold leads,
Yeah.
and you're gonna spend so much time and effort to build a trust, and you get a $10 for warm leads from convincer, from referral partner.
Yeah.
The leads is different. The quality of the leads is really different. One is a cold leads, spend a lot of time and build effort. Maybe the leads are not qualified. You waste money, $10 or, but $10 of the leads, and you get it from referral partner, convincer, strategic partner.
Yeah, a higher closing rate from those people.
Yeah,
Yeah, I understand.
So you understand. So a lot of the digital market, they only focus on the cost per click, because I know that that is really important, but I kind of work out every cost per lead, they are different. The quality is different. So then if you think about that way, that means that you go back to a relationship. That means that if you can leverage the relationship, your strategic partnership with your strategic partner with their client, that means it is intangible money. The money, it is intangible, but it is money as well. You can convert into dollar amount.
Yes.
That is why this is the psychology of the marketing side. I believe marketing should be 80% of psychology, and 20% should be technology. 20% should be how to learn how to run Facebook ads, how to run Google ads, and how to click. So that is 20%. You can hire someone to do it, but 80% is the psychology. You cannot hire someone to do it. You have to understand how to do it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. I haven't spent much time on the intangibles, so that's awesome. Thanks.
Okay. So by the way, I think this is module 1. I would suggest you and go through it thoroughly. I'm going to put it in module 2 and on there this week. But every module is layer by layer, because once you have module 1 ready, module 2, then module 3 will be the funnel, will be the webinar presentation. Just every module is a stack, is layer by layer.
Yeah, you've got to do the first step before you move on to the next. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you have the foundation, which is basically the foundation is a marketing plan. Your marketing plan is really simple. Who is your target audience? What is the offer? Where they are? That is a marketing plan.
Yeah. Okay.
Your marketing plan doesn't have to be really complicated. In the past, I used to, talk to a lot of the traditional marketer, who helped me, create a marketing plan. Is a stack of pages, just really complicated marketing plan. Understand your. I just found out that this marketing plan is so simple, because.
Yeah, I love it. I love it keeping it simple. I think it's so much easier.
So now I think the next step is watch it and then apply to maybe do the answer the question in the worksheet, and maybe contact your convincer with a barter trade, and then go through it. Then module 2 will be ready this week, and then you can watch module 2.
All right, thanks, Jason. Yeah, I'll work on that, because I was trying to focus more on the offer, was just putting the deal together, but now I need to go and add more of the value.
Okay.
Now a USP. Thank you.
Yeah, and you can watch the offer section. It will help you strategically work out what your offer is as well.
Yeah. Oh, I did the offer, but now I realize I need to add more.
Yeah. The more you can put it in, the more better, because the more you can put it in, and the more value vendor can see it, and the more attractive. Yes, your offer is. That's all.
Okay. Well, thank you kindly. Appreciate it.
Okay. If you have any questions, just email me, and then I will email back once I see it. Okay. Bye.
Thanks, Jason. Bye. See you.